All right, we are back with another one. We are here a little early tonight. We have a lot to discuss tonight. One, I know y'all seen them GTA leaks. Boy, them shits was hectic. Hectic. Man, I love moments like that on Twitter because you know when it's not gonna last long, right? But moments like that on Twitter is what makes Twitter/X so fun. Because like the leaks was coming from all directions based on for the GTA shit. Like that shit was a moment earlier today. What's good? Why dead? What's good? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Anywho, we are here early. We got a few things we're gonna go over. We're gonna talk about those GTA leaks. We're gonna talk about my little conspiracy about what happened with those GTA leaks. And lastly, we will go over the the NBA 2K27 gameplay releases that came out earlier today from a lot of the people that went to Community Day and was able to get some footage. So we got a lot to discuss tonight. Without further ado, let's get into it. You don't understand. We are back. What's good, Azariah? I'm always glad to see you in here. Still waiting for my TikTok chat to actually start coming in on my Caster Labs. That shit always is delayed. I don't know why. Anywho, we got to talk about these leaks, big dog. We got to talk about these leaks. Thanks for the gift. I appreciate it. Not Sniper Boat 2K. The leak, yo. If you missed it, you missed a moment in time on Twitter earlier today because Twitter was on fire with those GTA leaks. It was fucking amazing, right? So I wanted to start with this story first because this is more of a rumor, but it feels like it could be true. Because all the tea leaves are pointing at something like this actually being the case. So GTA 6, I seen everything on TikTok. Yo, I was on the Twitter side. GTA 6 leak sparked anger and tension within Netflix. The massive leak spoiled Netflix exclusive information and details about GTA 6, which it had planned to reveal exclusively on August 27th. This caused a state of anger and tension within the company ahead of the anticipated presentation. So this is a rumor, but I do feel like this is true because if you're Netflix, you have every reason to be upset. If this person's showing us things that is actually leaking things that we paid a lot of money. I know Netflix paid Rockstar and Take-Two a lot of fucking money for all that shit. I know they did. So if you paid millions of dollars for the exclusivity to that GTA 6 reveal, because I'm pretty sure they was going to get gameplay footage. And that would have been the first time we'd have been seeing gameplay for GTA 6. So if you was banking on that exclusivity and then now your entire moment was spoiled, I would be, if I'm Netflix, I'm heated. I'm so upset. I want my money back. Like, I want some of my money back if I was them. I'm like, yo, if I'm Netflix, we paid for an exclusivity deal. Y'all are not protecting y'all shit in-house. Now y'all ruined our premiere. Nah, son, we want some of that money back, big dog. Fuck anything. Nah, son, if I'm Netflix, I'm going to Take-Two. I'm like, yo, we want some of that money back. Why they always getting leaked? Well, now, okay, so let's jump into my conspiracy theory here. All right. So what I think happened, because what was happening with that person that was the leaks person, he had or currently has a working build of GTA 6. Now they're saying it was an older build, maybe from like that's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going. So he had a build from like 2025, maybe earlier this year that they think that build was from. You're not hacking that. You're not hacking and taking that from, no. It's either one of two things. This is a developer that's actually the person doing it, or the developer is actually working with a person that's doing the leaks because if you remember, they said that a lot of the Rockstar devs was looking to do a strike because they wanted more money, more benefits, and less crunch. And Rockstar was not fucking hearing them on that. And they said, all right, we're looking to put together a strike or walkout the week of the launch of that game. So I definitely do think with those dots being connected, someone's behind that. A dev is behind this. Rockstar Indie is behind this, and it makes sense. It does make sense. It really does, because the devs are very upset at the way that they're being treated, the crunch that they've been under. They feel like they're underpaid for what they're doing. All these things, especially given how much money GTA is set to make. So it makes sense that a dev would be behind this. Or the other possible thing, if it did come from a hack, that means Rockstar has been keeping under wraps that they had a massive data leak. That's the only other thing that could have caused this type of a leak that happened. That means that they had a crazy data breach, and they completely kept that shit under wraps and didn't say anything to anybody. That's the only way that something like that can get out into the public, for someone to have a working build, not just some footage from someone taken inside of in the development team. No, that person had a working build. If you obviously all the videos are gone now, but at first when the leaks was coming out, people was like, oh, this person is just showing some footage that they ripped from someone's computer. Da 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 da. He said, oh, word, got you, heard you, let's get it. Son then released a video of him controlling the male character of the game and shooting the bullets into the wall to write out the word leaks, just to show them, nigga, this is real. This is right now. Like, I'm not playing. Son. Like, when he did that, that's when everybody was like, oh, this motherfucker's serious. He's serious. Like, yo, he is dead ass. So when he did that and put the video of him putting leaks in the wall, that was when everything went crazy. He started releasing all kinds of footage, him flying a plane, him fighting people in the street. What else? Him pulling out the phone, things like that. Like he leaked a bunch of stuff based for GTA 6. And basically he was stating his demands, or his reasoning for doing it, is because he feel like GTA is messing up the gaming economy by going all digital. And that was like his one thing. He was like, yo, the fact that y'all are going all digital it's not right. It's anti-consumerism, things like that. So like that was his standing point. And I'm like, yo, we with you, big dog. I ain't gonna lie. We with you, big dog. We with you. Like, son, free. If they do catch him, free my boy. Free my boy. Yeah, so let's see. You think they dropped earlier? No. They Netflix already has everything set up for that release on that day for August 27th. I don't think they released that footage any earlier, because they're most likely leading into promotion into that. So that means most likely with like maybe 2 days before, you'll start to see GTA on the home screen of Netflix and all that stuff, and they're getting ready for their premiere. So that's the date that they have set. That's what they have everything situated for. Next. So here, this is what I'm talking about. People don't understand how he's like the Rockstar fanboys think the leak is just marketing. No. It couldn't just be marketing, because he screwed Netflix. He completely screwed Netflix. Netflix most likely paid millions of dollars for the exclusivity to that gameplay footage, to be the first place that you can see gameplay on GTA 6. Oh, what's good, Randy? What's good? Welcome back. Yeah, that is not marketing. That is not marketing. Good to see you back, big dog. Good to see you back. But yeah, so I want to there's no way we can talk about the leaks and we can't talk about this. Take-Two loses $2 billion in value following GTA 6 leaks. $2 billion. Their stocks took a plummet when those leaks started coming out. So let's get it. gaming has been rocked by the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks. New leaks from GTA 6 have surfaced all over the internet, with gamers everywhere seeing new features and gameplay not meant for public consumption. It would appear the leaks have had an adverse effect on Take-Two's stock price immediately following it all. The stock market is volatile at the best of times, but it won't mean much to Take-Two right now, which is true. August 18th's data breach has seen GTA 6 leaks arrive left, right, and center, and it had a knock-on effect on Take-Two's stock price and overall value. So it was crazy. So at the time of writing and using the data from Yahoo Finance, although things could easily change in the coming hours, Take-Two stock price was $232.84. Take-Two price on August 18th, before the leaks, was sitting at $248.13. So like, yo, it was bad. Hey, what's good? What's good? Yo, my wife is in the chat. What's up? What's up? But yeah, so like their stocks took it obviously it's not a major thing. It's not like it's gonna completely set the company back, but they were affected. Like it was about $2 billion in valuation in loss in one single day from all the leaks that happened for GTA 6. It was a time, boy, on Twitter, man. It was everywhere. I'm pretty sure Take-Two probably reached out to Twitter, tell them get that shit up out of here, because all the tweets that I liked that had some sort of footage, they're all gone. They are all gone. He's like, the gameplay go hard, look realist. So it does look OD real. It does look OD real. We'll see. We'll probably see more of it next week for Netflix. He said, Noreen, nah. Tina does. Oh, you wouldn't see because you're on YouTube. She's on TikTok. It won't hurt Rockstar in the long run. That's a fact. It won't hurt him in the long run. It won't. It was more of like just taking like a quick jab at a huge target, like just a quick jab, just to, like it stung a little. It stung a little. That's a fact. It caught him. Like it definitely stung a little, but it's not gonna do much in the long run. Thanks for the gift. Play. Like it's not gonna do much in the long run, but it was legit. It was legit. And the thing that I'm saying, like my conspiracy theory is that it had to be someone on the inside, either a current developer that was doing it, or a current developer that knows somebody and was giving them the information, because you don't just hack a working build of the game. No one's just walking around with it just out in the open, bro. That had fire. Thank you. So like he had a working build of the game, playing it. Like, and now I would say if you do not download that GTA 6 ISO that's been all over the internet. Do not do it. Thank you for the follow, Zulia. I appreciate it. Do not fucking do it. People have been downloading it. It's a huge virus. Do not download that shit. Don't do it. The game looked like how displayed? Absolutely. That's exactly how the game looks. Because that type of build that person had was a pretty current build. It probably wasn't the exact build that they're working on now, but it was pretty current. So that most likely is how the game will look when we touch the game. Like it may have some minor tweaks and stuff like that. They may make some changes, but how it was working, him moving around when he was hitting, he was fighting a person with the wrench, things like that, like in the shooting. That is how that game was looked. He's like, the build was very, very polished. Exactly. That was a current build, bro. That shit was not looking crazy. It had people walking around in it. He was flying a plane in it, shooting guns. Like, nah, bro, that is current. He's like, yes, I will not. Yeah, don't do that. Don't download that shit. Pray to God you don't download that shit. They could at least polish it a little bit. I think they will add some polish by the time we see it. But I'm just saying that build that he had, that is what the game, for the most part, is probably going to look and play like. Like it looked current, bro. He said once he did a poll, I knew it was over. Yeah, it was, man, it was a time on Twitter, boy. It was a time on Twitter When I'm telling you, everybody thought like, oh, this person just has some footage. When he released a video of him shooting leaks into the wall, it was over. Everybody knew, like, nah, this person has a build. Like, I don't know if that Aiden Ross story is true though. Apparently, Aiden Ross is supposed to be offering a lot of money to see if he was actually legit. So I don't know if that was real though. But yeah, so they got hit with $2 billion in valuation. I'm pretty sure it'll go right back up, especially on the 27th with the Netflix premiere and the Netflix premiere and the YouTube showing after. I'm pretty sure it'll go back up. They better add fucking polish. No, they will. But I will say his most recent tweet, he was stating, he was like, yo, he's saying that the stock price will plummet when the Netflix stuff releases, because he was stating, he was basically showing everything that Netflix is going to show. That's basically what he was trying to say. So when people turn on that Netflix stream and they see all the shit that was leaked, he was like, it's going to have a negative effect. We'll see. But Rockstar is an absolute monster. So it's not like something like this isn't really going to affect him. But I will say he at least proved his point. Not putting the game on disc did not fucking stop leaks, bro. That was what the Rockstar dick eaters was saying. Nah, they didn't put it on disc because they didn't want the game to get leaked. How the fuck did that work out? Like, he's like, Netflix going to show Lucy a POV. They got it. If I'm Netflix, I'm going right to Take-Two and Rockstar and say, yo, we need different footage. We need to put together another reel or something like that for different footage for our premiere. He showed a bunch of shit that we was gonna show. Nah, we need to flip this shit around. Yeah, Rockstar is an absolute monster. So it's like, yeah, like I said, his hit today was a sting. It was a sting. It was a nice firm straight. Like, it stung, but it's not gonna knock him down. That's a fact. But he at least proved his point. Like, people were saying, nah, they didn't do this because they didn't want the leaks to happen. Nigga, that shit had nothing to do with it. Never had anything to do with it. And he clearly proved it. But yeah, so next story, also from Insider Gaming, more GTA 6 gameplay leaks show new features. New alleged GTA 6 gameplay clips have surfaced online. The gameplay shows new interactions and more combat. The wanted system is also shown off as the weapon wheel. The gameplay shows new interactions and more combat. The wanted system is also shown off as is the weapon wheel. The new footage, which has since been taken down, obviously, and had been copyright claimed issues against it, was shared on Twitter by Hamazabi69. But yeah, multiple individuals have since uploaded the alleged leaked footage featuring a watermark that says CyberLeaks does not have a Twitter account, right? It says, I like how it's like Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, it looks a lot slower than the other. It looks a lot slower than the previous GTAs. I would say it does look closer to Red Dead Redemption 2. The footage itself shows the player running around Vice City, attacking a police officer before driving the officer's motorcycle into the water and then interacting with a bunch of NPCs before taking them all out as well. The footage then ends with a cutscene of two men on a boat with one talking about using a VPN. Like, I'm telling yo, he had a working build, bro. A working build of that game. That is not some like early shit. Nah, so that shit is current. That shit is damn near current. He's like, I can't wait till Grand Theft Auto. I'm not that really crazy about it. Like, I'm gonna play it. I'm only upset because I can't get it on disc. I hate buying single player games digitally because I'll never play it again once I finish it. But I'm kind of stuck on that one, which I kind of hate. Not gonna lie. He's like, how often do you go over gaming news? I usually try to go over gaming news before I get into gameplay every day. If there is stories worth talking about, I usually do it right before I start. I usually come in and do some news based off of what we've seen. But yeah. Next, I did want to talk about this because I fucking tried to tell y'all this shit already, bro. I tried to tell y'all, and now it's being heard. Now, some of y'all may not know who this person is because y'all may not be old enough, but this is Adam Sessler. Adam Sessler is huge in the gaming media space. He was one of the people I think he was like one of the founders of G4 Network, because he was actually on one of their shows as well. So like he's huge in gaming media. He was in it for a very long time. Let me see if I can rewind this shit.
To talk about, there's a reason for that monthly subscription. Especially for if for some of the stuff I've heard that I'm not going to talk about, there's a reason for that monthly subscription. You know what? I'm more interested to see how they introduce an idea like that, if that is the case, because, you know what? I'm going to hide under my desk when something like that gets announced. So Slightly Old Gaming, thank you so much for proving. I think.
So basically, he's saying via Twitch claims that Grand Theft Auto 6 will have some sort of monthly subscription that is separate from GTA Plus. He says he will hide under his desk when this inevitably gets announced. This is what I was trying to tell y'all months ago when they first started talking about GTA in the first place. I said, yo, GTA, because of how much money they put into developing GTA, they want to recoup that money tenfold because GTA 5 made them a lot of money. So I'm pretty sure a lot of shareholders got in on Rockstar with the expectation of GTA 6 doing even more. So it's not just about selling the game anymore. It's not just about selling shark cards. They were watching all those people in those RP lobbies and shit like that paying subscription services to participate in role-playing lobbies from GTA. So I know they're looking like, no, y'all willing to pay for that? Then y'all should be willing to play GTA Online at all. And that's what I think he's talking about. All right, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think he's basically stating, yo, there's going to be some sort of a monthly subscription service to access GTA Online, period. Not just GTA Plus. This is what I've been trying to tell people. They are looking to make a lot of money from GTA 6. They want to do exactly what they did for GTA 5 plus some. Like I think they said up until this year, GTA 5 was making what, $500 million a year, something like that, or 50 million. It was something like that. It was something 50 or 500, something like that per year. GTA 5 was still making them. So yeah. But yeah, that was all the stories that I wanted to cover as far as the leaks. It was a time earlier today, man. It was a time. It was so fun watching everyone go crazy on Twitter about the leaks, but we'll see what happens. He hasn't tweeted or anything since. And the latest story is that FBI has been brought in to try to find the hacker or the leaker. So you know Rockstar don't play with that shit. They will try to get your ass put in prison. Next, we are going to, this is probably what we're going to be doing for a majority of the night. We're going to go through a lot of the gameplay footage that came from Community Day for 2K27. I will say at first glance, oh boy, the dribbling does not look great. Like stationary dribbling looks okay. It looks very snappy. But movement and bursting in different directions, it doesn't look like that shit exists at all. So I would say what this dribbling looks like now, it looks like a very old 2K. If you remember like the old 2Ks, there was a lot of fancy dribbling within place, but the speed burst and stuff like that was not a huge part of 2K in the past. And I think that's what it's going to look like now. So right now we're going to start with Joe Knows.
And it's free, and let's get going. With pure green windows being smaller in NBA 2K27, it's going to be more important than ever to get the biggest green window jump shot for your specific build. And NBA 2K Lab has you covered.
All right, we got him.
That was the first thing they talked about in the gameplay reveal, shot contests. And to my frustration,
you're gonna get, I'm gonna be honest about
this, 2K? We were not able to change our settings in Play Now, Rucker Park, 2KU, all the stuff the embargo lifted on right now today.
I would say, while I wasn't gonna get 2K early with the early access, and I truly wasn't in no rush to get it. But the only reason that I am getting it is because a lot of people that I see in the chat, they always say they don't have people to play with. And I'm always willing to play with everybody that's in the chat. So I'm like, yo, I'll get on, make sure I get my stuff together. I'll get a squad mate. I'll get a squad created. I mean, a crew created and everything. So like people that don't have access to play with a lot of people, at least they know they have some people to play with. So I'll get the crew made. I'll get on so people know, yo, if Scrams is on and he's not in the squad, I know Scrams will let me play.
Y'all are watching this, we could not change our settings. So we couldn't turn on shot feedback. We couldn't turn off our shot meter. We couldn't change any settings. The only thing we could do on the main menu is change the difficulty. So all
that's the shit I hate with the 2K community day builds.
Are on Hall of Fame.
Like they give them
You
some
see green
OD
windows
restricted
for
builds, which
shots
makes
and
no
dunks
fucking
and
sense.
layups and defense or whatever you're looking for as we go throughout this video, it's all on Hall of Fame. Okay, other people, you might see different size green windows. That's probably,
And to be quite honest, it's probably not even a real Hall of Fame because it's just a build. So it's probably not even a real Hall of Fame that he's even playing on now.
because they were playing on lower difficulties. I put it on the hardest difficulty the whole time so we could get a real read on what we're looking at. But as I said, we could not turn on shot feedback, which was really frustrating because the main thing I wanted to see after 2K26 was how is that new shot contest and hands up and everything that we talked about, how is that looking? But not being able to turn on the actual shot feedback so we could see the visual feedback of the contest is tough to be the judge. I could sit here and tell you it felt better, it felt worse, this, that, and the third, but without the feedback, it's a lot of guessing games. The one thing I will tell you is that aggressive hands up versus passive hands up, the passive hands up, I felt like I was getting scored on anytime I tried to use it. Even in the paint, on the perimeter, anywhere I used the passive.
They probably still got to do some tuning to that
shit.
shit.
Mike was talking about, it felt like it almost felt like a waste of time. Like the AI was scoring.
I will also say from some of the footage I've seen, apparently Posterizer is OD overpowered right now.
On me every time. Maybe that's just an AI thing. I'm not sure. You know
If you're
what I
not a
mean? The AI
legitimate
sometimes are really good at
blocker, you're
timing
getting
layups
dunked
and
on.
close
It's
shots and things like that,
2K24
but
all over
the
again.
aggressive hands up, that was something that I felt like it was a noticeable difference in terms of how many stops I was getting. Perimeter and paint. Felt like the contest on the aggressive hands up was much better than the passive hands up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The step through is
you know,
overpowered
again,
as well.
It's tough to actually judge it without the feedback being on and seeing what the actual, you know, those new 8 stages of contests and, you know, the open, bothered, semi-open, smothered, light contest, heavy contest, all the things they showed in the news. Without having that on, it's tough to actually give you a good assessment, and that's disappointing because obviously I go into community day trying to get as much information for you guys as possible, and the main thing I wanted to see in the gameplay was the shot contest. But as I said, we could not see the shot contest in play now.
I will say the game looks smoother
2KU.
overall.
We could not change our.
It looks smoother than
gameplay
2K26.
HUD, right? We couldn't take the meter off. We couldn't put on the shot contest feedback and all that. But tomorrow, the embargo lifts on the builder, my player gameplay, things like that.
Speaking of the builder, so remember, tomorrow 2KHQ app drops. I'm already working with my setup. I'll wait till, I'm hoping the app drops at midnight so I can try to test everything out off stream. But I'm hoping that the app releases on iPhone and iPad. If it releases, what time, I don't know. I'm hoping midnight. I don't know. We'll see. Because they didn't announce a time. They just said it was releasing tomorrow. So I already got my setup already. If I can get it on my iPad, I'll be able to stream using the app. So basically tomorrow, my plan is to stream from my iPad. Stream from my iPad while using the app, so we can all work together and try to understand the build and basically come up with some build ideas. Because what I can do is from that app, you can make a build and you can put out a QR code. So you can put a QR code and people can scan it and then they can get that build into their app as well.
In there, we could change the gameplay HUD. So in there, you will be able to see contests, but obviously I'm not allowed to speak on that side of the gameplay. I'm not allowed to show that side of the gameplay until tomorrow. So I'm only allowed to speak on the gameplay here. And obviously, like I said, we could not put it on here. So that's about it. In terms of shot contest, that's about all I can say. So let's move on. Now let's take a break and talk about one of the new features, the step throughs. I'm not going to lie. I like this. You can do it in the paint like that, like I just did with SGA, but you can also do it on the perimeter now, as Mike said. You can do it any direction, left, right, forward, backwards. And I gotta lie, I like this. It's a creative way to get to a bucket. It's just another thing
Yo.
to add to your bag.
Black
We'll see how
Cobra
effective
about
it
to
is
fry
online,
people with this shit.
person versus person and whatnot, and what people can come up with.
Black Cobra about to cook everybody with this shit. Cause Black Cobra, if you don't know, he's like a very like prominent like Sim Nation like player in 2K. And he's been doing this type of gameplay style for years. So now they actually made it stronger and made it an actual aspect of the game. Black Cobra's about to cook people with this move.
But I just the way it looks and the mechanics behind it, I feel like it's smooth. The way it works as you would think it should work, if that makes sense.
That's good to hear.
These clips in the 2KU are from my boy Joey 2K because I got a couple clips like the SGA one and stuff, but I didn't get as many as I wanted. So shout out to him for sending me these clips so y'all could see a little bit more here. But I really like the way things branch out. It's smooth. It really does look the way you would want it to, in my opinion. Like off the triple threat, whether you're doing like the reverse spin, like, you know, he's doing it with Kobe because it is like really some Kobe, you know, some Kobe stuff. But it's just cool. I do really like this. A lot of times when they add new features, I'm kind of like, you know, like the Rat Pass last year, I'm just like, like that's, you know, whatever. But like this, yes, like I could get down with this, and I think it's gonna be. Oh my God, we're still hooking from the 3-point line. Jeez, Joey, we're definitely going to see people utilizing this, and I think people that master it, it's going to be something crazy. Like, it's going to be a way that, like, I don't want to say bailout, because obviously it takes
I don't think so.
but, like, it's going to be a way to get, like, a bailout bucket. Like, you know, the defender play good D, or they, like...
Like, I can see it being a real tool in 2s and possible 3s. But in a 5v5 situation, I don't see it being a huge tool, being the fact that somebody could just come help. Once... Like, yeah, in the beginning, people may not realize it, but once everyone starts to understand, okay, you did a pump fake, let's look to see if you're going to do that step through. Once you do that step through, you technically shouldn't be able to pump fake a second time, or you wouldn't be able to pump fake if you go through more of the animation because it's going to be a travel. So once you see them start going through that step through, another person's going to come help. So we'll see. I think in a 2v2 situation, yes. 3v3, maybe. 5v5, I don't see it being super useful unless you're playing against people that's not communicating on defense.
You know, you're long running to the right and you pump fake a fade and they overplay and they jump instead of just like waiting or Kobe jabbing like a lot of people would do last year. Now, like, you could branch back into a step through into a shot. And like the green windows on it felt like very greenable. So we'll see how it feels online when you're playing against a real person. But I do think there's a real possibility that like it actually is effective in online gameplay, even if you're like a more competitive player. Like definitely in casual modes, it definitely, you know, rec and stuff, people are going to get down with that. But I think even like competitive players in Pro-Am are going to utilize the step through a lot more than, you know, a lot of other new features that have been added in throughout the years. Let's move on to dunking, meter dunking. The dynamic dunk meter that's going to grow and shrink all the way through the gather, all the way to the finish, all the way through the full dunk, right? Yes, it does do that. I can confirm that, as you're going to see.
I would say that right, aggressive hands up,
Steph, Euro step into the...
Like, basically, as I've been watching, the aggressive hands up does look like it's making a difference on the way people make a play on the ball, even when they're on their feet. Because it's been a couple of drives where the person got stood up, and he's holding aggressive hands up, and he's still, as they go for another shot, they actually still make an aggressive type of play on the ball. So, like, the right stick hands up does look tough.
Meter dunk. Let's slow it down so you could see the meter. When he's between me and the hoop, it starts small, then it even shrinks a little, but then once I Euro step past him, it expands into a really big meter.
So I will say, based on the dynamic meter, what it looks like is, before it would judge, basically the way it would judge your coverage was the proximity to a player. Now it looks like the way that the coverage is guarded is if they are stopping you from the rim itself. So like as he showed in that clip, it showed small,
so
and then it showed small here.
The hoop, it starts small, then
it
shrinks.
It went crazy because he was now over the person, and he was not stopping him from getting to that rim. So I think that's what it looks like.
Into the meter dunk. Let's slow it down so you could see the meter. When he's between me and the hoop, it starts small, then it even shrinks a little, but then once I Euro step past him, it expands.
Yeah, because he's no longer in between him and the actual
rim.
Let's
continue with dunking. Again, it felt like size mattered, like height matters in terms of finishing, and it's been like that for years. But like somebody like Giannis, for example, here's a play now clip with Giannis. He's an absolute monster.
Yeah, because he's
now,
too
obviously,
small.
it's Giannis, like his stats are cracked, and
Yo.
he's 6'11" and all that. But
Based off what I've
height,
seen,
it was definitely easier to dunk with like bigger slashers than smaller
son,
slashers. That's how
tall
much smaller
slashers
slashers
about to
dunk.
go
But,
crazy.
you know, I'm just comparing it to past 2Ks where definitely height mattered in terms of your green window on dunk meters. It's like that again.
Like
It's
that, the
definitely
6'9",
bigger
6'10"
dunkers
slashes
are
about to
gonna be
go
harder to stop
crazy.
than smaller dunkers. But let's continue. Something else I noticed with finishing in general, but since we're talking about dunking, I'll relate it to dunking. In past years, I felt like interior, it mattered, but it definitely wasn't like a necessity. A lot of power forwards or centers were going, you know, low interior, and like as long as you just got between the guy and the hoop, you know, you could stop them very consistently. Even small guards like in Pro-Am and stuff, they would swing down out of the corner and stop the other team's center and shrink his dunk meter, even though, you know, it's a 6'4" guard with 25 interior and a 50 block, and the center's driving with, you know, really good finishing ratings. And it was just like, if you got there, you got there, and it didn't really matter the ratings. On this game, it felt way different trying to dunk on Wembanyama or Dennis Rodman or somebody with like really good interior, as opposed to like dunking on Steph Curry. Like it almost felt like
Delay.
maybe because of that new wall-up badge, they're really trying to make like the interior rating matter because they want people to use that wall-up badge. I'm not really sure, but typically dunk meter size was more about angles than it was about ratings. But in this game, it definitely felt like the ratings were playing a bigger factor. And maybe that was because I was playing against the AI, and full transparency, I don't play against the AI very often. I pretty much do it once a year, and that's at Community Day. But we'll have to see when it's person on person. But for the most part, from what I felt playing the game, the Community Day version of the game, it felt like interior definitely had a big impact on how easy it was to finish on somebody or how difficult it was to finish on somebody. To go along with the other factors, of course, you know, momentum, angle, positioning. And it's not to say it's impossible to stop somebody going to the basket. I mean, this is Tyrese Maxey stopping Michael Jordan going to the basket. And, you know, Tyrese is, 6'1" and low interior, low block. So it's not impossible. Yeah. Obviously, your skill and the way that you play it and the angle you take and all, and their timing of the jump and all that still matters.
No, I don't think it had anything to do with Tyrese Maxey. I think it was because of the next person behind him.
And you were going downhill full speed at them, like you would put them in a poster and it would be greenable. I feel like in past years, like unless they were way under the hoop, like you'd get a decent window if they were way under the hoop. But if they were just like in the restricted area, a lot of times you would drive and like it would shrink your meter down all the way. When like in real life, it's like if they're standing under there and you have a full head of steam, you know, you got Michael Jordan running at you full head of steam, like you're in trouble. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes in real life would just bail out of there and just, you know what I mean? I'm not getting put on a poster, but in 2K it was like your meter would shrink a lot of the times. It was definitely a noticeable difference in terms of if they're just down there in the dead zone, you could just go up and boom on them. But again, like if Wemby was down in that dead zone, it felt like it would shrink. So I don't know. Maybe that's just because Wemby's 7'4". Maybe it's the interior rating. There's a lot of unknowns. But overall, the dynamic dunk meter definitely worked. It was shrinking. It was expanding. It was shrinking back down. It was overall dunking, in my opinion, it felt really good. Like, honestly, maybe even too good. But we got to see when it's person versus person how it plays out, because it's always a little different against the AIs. But let's move on. So since we're on the topic of dunking, let's talk about standing dunks, kind of big man, paint scoring, post scoring. I'm going to encapsulate it all into one section.
Oh,
right?
shit.
You've seen a little bit of post scoring in this gameplay, like trying post spins and stuff with Kobe and Jordan, LeBron. You'll probably see some more as the gameplay goes on. But now, besides Joey post hooking from the 3-point line for the second year in a row at Community Day, the step throughs are definitely something big men can utilize, but let's talk about paint mashing, right? Dead zone. Can you really mash something? This is Bam mashing and contact meter dunking with the standing dunk. But just for perspective, that defender from the Knicks has a 50 block and a 50 interior. Now, on the flip side of it, check out this clip. Giannis going against Jason Tatum right here. Tatum's got 81 interior and just walls up and takes Giannis out of a dunk and makes him miss the layup. Now, this gameplay is from Joey 2K, so I think the difficulty he said was on like All-Star or Pro. So it's a lower difficulty than what I'm playing on. So like the green window size of like that layup was definitely bigger than it would have been on Hoff. But again, like check out, this is back-to-back possessions here. Joey's trying to just rim run through Tatum, and Tatum with 81 interior compared to that 50 we just saw for the guy in the Knicks. Like, it's just a massive difference.
Also,
in
it's a
terms of
different
the animations
position.
you get.
No,
It's
no.
just an absolute stonewall as opposed to just like go.
Well, that's also not. He didn't defend him the same. I mean, that wasn't the same type of animation. So I'm like, with Bam Adebayo, that was a straight up standing dunk. He did a drop step, pushed him under the rim, and then went for a complete straight up stationary standing dunk from under the rim. That's not the same as what Giannis just did to Jason Tatum. I have a feeling that if Giannis put Tatum under the rim in the post and drop stepped him and then got around to do a standing dunk, that green middle will look a lot different.
Going through them and just,
I think it'd be a lot bigger.
Getting, a push through, and then your meter growing because now you're at the rim wide open. It's just, it felt night and day difference in terms of players with low interior versus high interior.
Okay, well, that's also
We'll
a good
see
thing.
when it's person on person,
That's a good thing, because that means stats matter.
Because it's against the AI, but it's just what we felt. And it's not that, like, when somebody had high interior, it was absolutely impossible to, like, finish on them. Pause. Like, I think there was actually a dunk earlier in this game where, like,
My
Giannis
nigga.
and I dunked on him with Kobe.
Whoa.
So it's positioning and timing of the
nigga
jump and all
buggy.
that still matters for sure. But the point of this is just talking about meter dunking, driving, standing, paint mashing, and then also interior defense. And the overall feeling was interior mattered more than it has in past years. So,
Which is dope. That's
moving
great to
on,
see.
Let's branch
great
over
to
to
see.
layups. Layups also felt really, really good, and this is the perfect time to talk about it. So let's slow this down. Again, it's against Steph, who has low interior and he's smaller, but this is on.
Yo, if the layups are elite this year, like, I don't even need them to be overpowered. If they're back to the level that they were in 2K24, I'm never putting dunk on my build, and I'm happy about it.
Hall of Fame, bro. Green window, huge on that layup over Steph Curry. But I also just want to be clear, whether it's dunking, layups, it's not impossible to get stops without, a high interior. Like right here, another Kobe versus Steph clip. He beats me to the spot, walls up.
Yo, every time I give layups a chance as my first build every single 2K, because I always play point guard. So I usually make a 6'2" to 6'3" guard with high layup. I always give layup a shot. If I do that this year and layups are fucking dominant, it's a wrap, bro. Yo.
It's a tiny green window I miss. Positioning,
like, yo, the
timing,
floater
whether
is
using the aggressive
elite.
Or passive, hands up contest, all that stuff definitely felt like it mattered.
Like, I should
but
be able to,
overall,
my 93,
layups
94
felt
layup should be dominant,
effective.
bro.
And again, maybe it's because it's against the AI. The AIs guard things differently. I know I keep saying it's like, I just want to reiterate everything.
Because as far as the layup, we really got to see the dynamic layup system against an actual person to see if someone with 92, 94, 95 driving layup will actually alter their hands and their body to move the ball away from the blocker. That's what they said would happen. If it does, this might be a high layup year.
Thing here is like how it felt against the AI. Obviously, playing against a human being is going to be different. But I'm just talking effectiveness, green window size, things like that. Like even the computer, there's times where I feel like in past 2Ks, I could bait them into a layup and then just block it.
Yep.
And it was definitely not as easy on this game. Like that technology Mike was saying, where like the
dynamic layup
rating,
Woo!
your player will like.
Whoa! You're about to say, run that back. Run that back.
Hand, like
look at this. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Definitely noticed.
Because he literally moved his body and the hand away from the blocker that he clearly saw was coming from the right. That is fine.
Like I'm trying to chase some of these
that is fine.
In Blacktop. I'm trying to,
because we know like Shea Gilgeous should have very high layup.
And try to chase him down with LeBron, who has like legend high flying denier, and like no, like I definitely got a couple, but like there was a lot of possessions where like
okay, that 3-point green window Hall of Fame looks good. That looks good.
Just overall layups.
Because I'm like, I know Kobe's 3-pointer
really
ain't crazy.
Everyone that I talked to, they felt really effective. Every time I went for a layup, the green window was very, very timeable. Now, obviously, I'm playing on players with really high layup ratings. I think LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan all have about a 99, like close to a 99, somewhere between 95 and 99 layup. And obviously, Steph Curry has high layup. Like most of the players in the play now that we were using and Rucker we were using have really high layup ratings, so that could also be a factor. But everyone that I talked to, Obviously, can't talk about the My Player stuff. I was about to slip up and break embargo, so let me chill. But everyone that I talked to, they all agree that layups felt really effective. We'll have to see how it feels when we actually get out there and it's person on person, you know, park, rec, pro-am, all that stuff. But that was the consensus from playing against the AIs in these game modes. So let's move on. Next thing to discuss. Let's talk about shooting in general, right? Mids, threes, fades, hop jumpers, spin jumper.
So now that we're getting into shooting, one, they said that RNG, they did not bring RNG back. Green and Miss is back, but also pure green window is back. So as far as the shooting changes, the main change that they really made was more to defense being able to affect your jump shot more, but also the other change was to the rhythm shooting. There's no more tempo only shooting. Period. It's gone. Rhythm shooting is back from 2K25. You have to basically get your rhythm correct, and your timing still has to be somewhat close. The better your rhythm is, the bigger your green window is when it comes to timing it. But you have to time both again.
Let's talk about all that type of stuff, okay? So first things first, middies definitely felt a lot easier to green than threes. Threes,
as they should.
Green are, you know,
I need a momentum Euro trigger.
But let's
I think they
obviously we.
Speaking of Euros, basically they said that now, you know how when if you're an avid layup person like I am, you knew certain animations can only be triggered from certain parts of the court as you're driving. So based on where you was on the court, that would determine the type of layup animation you would get, even if you change your gather. Now, I was listening to people talk about it on Community Day. You can trigger those animations no matter what fucking angle you are going to, what angle you're taking to drive, which is absolutely fucking fire. So I'm like, we'll see. We'll wait to see if it is. Like when the game comes out, we'll see if it works the way they announce. But they said you can do those advanced gathers from any angle and get exactly the animation that you're looking for. Because what would happen is if you're going too much directly from the sideline, like close to the baseline, and you try to do a Euro, it wouldn't do the correct Euro. It would do a whole different type of Euro animation. Now you'll get your regular Euro animation based on the person that you chose. So we'll see, but that's what they said.
Under his feet, the defense thing registers.
No matter what angle you're going at, you're gonna get the animation you want that you actually are pushing for the right stick.
And greenest, so definitely making contested shots are still possible. It was also a little tough to assess shooting because I could not take off my shot meter, and I don't know, maybe some of y'all still like playing with the shot meter, but to me it just
I can't do it.
Nah,
I can't do
gotta
it.
have my meter off
That's
so
a
that
fact.
I can really like.
I feel like I can't pay attention to my hands enough if the meter's on.
And the fact that you couldn't see shot contests also really affects like what's a good shot, what's a bad shot. Obviously the easy, you know, what's the obvious ones you could tell, but it's like on 2K26 there's a lot of shots if you had no shot feedback on, you would look at
you ready for this
like,
2K? Yeah, I am.
And then it registers
I
open.
am.
So the shot
I'm not gonna lie, they kind of got me back in with two things. One, 5 different, I repeat, 5 different rec courts, bruh. 5. So I was like, yo, you got me with that. I ain't gonna lie, you got me with that. But then the My Career eras, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I can go into My Career and choose what era of the NBA I want to play in. Fire. That shit's fire.
shot contest system.
Those two things, they caught me.
Shooting.
They fucking caught me.
Really frustrating in my opinion. The fact that we couldn't see the shot feedback in these modes was just, yeah, it made assessing shooting
Like
overall.
I ain't even gonna lie. They completely caught me with that.
What I really do like is the fact that they split up the mid-range and three-point shooting badges, kind of like how it used to be, you know, back in the day. But in recent years, it was just like you had shifty shooter. That was for moving threes and moving mids, so you could like go high.
What do I take back? I mean, there's nothing I really take back. The thing was, is when it came to 2K27, because I actually did say this in one of my streams, 2K27 has the possibility to be one of the best 2Ks we've seen in a very long time. Because all they needed to do was make the minor adjustments from 2K26 to 2K27 and address the cheating. If they did those two things, this would have the possibility to be one of the best 2Ks of all time. I was just hesitant to see it. I'm like, it's the cheating. the cheating is my main thing, but they did announce they're working on an anti-cheat. It will not be released day one. It will come out after launch. I'm assuming it'll be out within 30 to 60 days of launch. And then they said they will ban people retroactively. So we might still see them cheaters day one. Not gonna lie. Day one, we might still see them.
High mid-range and still have Shifty for, you know, the moving threes, or vice versa, you know, high three-pointer and then still have Shifty for your mids. It's like, now you know, you could be
Also, they did, I'm telling you, I think somebody from 2K was watching some of my videos because they get tagged enough in my comment section. They changed the crews. They made crews much more usable throughout the year. So crews now has your regular 40 level, I think it's 30 levels, sorry, regular 30 levels, but also you get 5 new level of crew rewards. What the fuck was that? 5 new level of crew rewards every single season. That shit's fire.
An average three-point player and an elite mid-range player, or vice versa, because, you know, the badges for those specific shots are now tied to the
yes, the dribbling system.
I think
well,
it's a good. I think it's.
I'll probably go over the dribbling system either when he gets in this video, but then I'll go into Yadman's video because he's more of a dribbling specialist, and he also made a video just straight about dribbling. So basically, what it looks like with the dribbling system, the main changes. It is a change. That is true. It's a change from what we're accustomed to, but it looks like it's a callback to how 2Ks were years ago, where you can't live off of your side-to-side speed boost. You have to live off of you working through misdirection, crossovers, hesitations, things like that to get that space. You can't just try to boost left and right to try to get that space. The boost looks ass.
It's a good thing.
The left and right boost looks absolute dog shit.
More diversity in kind of gameplay, play style. Like, you know, if you want to be an elite mid-range player, you got to upgrade your mid-range, not just like go high three-pointer, decent mid-range rating, and then you got the legend badges to go with it. You know, you kind of got to commit to the way you want to play a little bit more, at least theoretically. We'll see how that plays out. Obviously, can't really discuss builder things. But
they also did say quick stops are back and in full effect, so I'm happy about that.
It's a good move. I think it makes more sense. All right, as I go for this blitz steal, it's a perfect time to transition over to perimeter defense and bump steals and all that.
You went straight through this shit.
They still felt really inconsistent. I'm not saying I didn't get any. I got a few, but some of these examples that I'm showing here, I don't know. Like, I'm committing. I'm not even playing defense. I'm just going completely on that side. I got Michael Jordan,
That's
99 overall.
Fact.
He's got like 90-plus steal, whatever.
That should be a fucking steal.
And he just bobbles it and ends up getting a 3 off of it. I understand that you know, we're talking about, you know, ratings mattering, ball handle and steal, but I mean, this is, if we're talking ratings matter, I mean, that's Michael Jordan. He's got high steal, right? This is prime MJ. He's got high steal and the ball goes through me. Prime Kobe, the ball goes right through me. You know, maybe user on user it'll be different, but I feel like in those instances, there's no way
should have got the ball
I'm not
there.
dislodging the ball. Like, the first one, it didn't even make him bobble it. Tyrese just kept dribbling through me, and the second one I showed, he bobbled it a little, which then ended up putting me behind him, and he got a wide open 3. I got mixed reviews from people when I talked to them about bump steals. Some people, you know, thought they were good. Some people thought they were bad. In my opinion, they were still really inconsistent, and I felt like, you know, those 2 clips are perfect examples. Even the clip they showed in the trailer, the gameplay trailer where they showed Kevin Durant, I'll put it on the screen right here. Like, I don't know, like, in my opinion, you should dislodge the ball there. Like, you're rewarding a bad decision by the ball handler by allowing him to get away with that. Perimeter defense as a whole, though, overall, it felt more sticky, more bumpy. Like, when you attach to somebody, it felt a lot, you know, I feel like sometimes in 26, it felt like they were, like, covered in oil, and they would just kind of, like, slip past you if they, like, wiggled their left stick a little bit or something. You see, like, it feels like there's a lot more. Once you attach, like, you know, especially, you know, some of these guys like Kobe, MJ, like,
yeah, this is gonna be a lockdown year, bro.
You know, obviously, that probably plays a factor.
Lockdowns are going to run 2K.
It wasn't impossible to drive by people, but it felt like when they cut you off, they really
lockdowns are gonna run
2K27. Like they cut you off, and then you could like wiggle. Like, and I would say
through.
This is. It was like one. Okay.
I would say this year, if you making a 5, 2 legitimate lockdowns, one looks like one tall, maybe one tall, one short for more of a perimeter, and then one short for perimeter, one taller to be able to be a flex between interior and exterior, but this looks like a lockdown year this year.
If you get bumped, it's almost like you kind of gotta like gather yourself. But like right there, like you know what I mean. Like LeBron turns the corner and like you know.
Yeah, you
not,
gotta
like, dragging
you gotta
him
make a
backwards and
lockdown.
going to the
Like
corner,
that's
you
a
turn the
fact.
corner. But overall, it just
You
felt
just
like
can't go wrong with that
it
build
felt a
in
little
any
more
2K.
sticky. I guess that's the best way to describe
Especially
it. Like,
early in the
like, you
year,
see, like,
because
I'm
you know
attached,
people
I
don't know
stay
what they're
attached,
doing.
I stay attached. I stay attached. Now, obviously, again,
Like you can't go
I keep
wrong making a
saying it, I'm
lockdown
sorry,
to start.
but it is against the AI, against the human being, with optimized SIGs and my players and things like. And they once everybody learns how to dribble and all that, we'll see. But against the AI, definitely felt a bit more sticky, a bit more bumpy. Felt like you could cut people off better as they tried to move if you beat them to the spot. All right, let's shift to dribbling. First things first, it's tough to assess dribbling on play now because obviously with our my players we optimize the SIGs, we get the dribble style that gives us the good burst and all that. Obviously on play now you're stuck with the SIGs that the NBA players have. So first reaction to it, a little concerned about the burst, but as I said, with our my players, a lot of times, we just find whatever dribble style gives us the burst, the best burst, then we use that, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I'm moving the way I want to move a little bit more now. Obviously, in play now, you're using the dribble styles that the NBA players have. So I don't know, some of the speed boosting, it didn't feel super explosive. But again, that could be dribble style related, and that could be fixed when we get our my players. Obviously, can't discuss my players.
Now that
today,
also
so
could be
just
tuned by the
basing this
time day
off of
one
the
comes.
Play now
That is
gameplay and
also
the Rucker
true.
Park gameplay. But that was the first reaction, like, okay.
Because the build that they usually are playing at Community Day is usually an older build that's not current, and it definitely ain't day one. So that could be tuned a little bit further when it comes to day one. Do you think I should test the water right away and make the ISO lock or make a pure lock? I would say right now, do ISO lock only because you want to still be able to practice on offense to get a feel of the new mechanics, especially dribbling. To get a handle on the new mechanics, I would probably do an ISO lock instead of a pure lock.
I'm not really bursting how I want to burst. Chaining dribble moves together definitely felt really smooth. Fluent in terms of being able to
but based off of
things and branch into
I will say, based off of how the dribbling looks, expect a lot more passing this year. Because last year, we can all admit there was a lot less passing in 2K26 because everyone felt like they could easily get open. Like they can easily get open. Now, from how the dribbling looks, it looks like it's a huge skill gap. And you'll see a difference between people that know what they're doing and people that don't. So it should be a lot more passing this year.
Things. Obviously, I'm not like a super duper dribble head. I'm not Steve.
These niggas got dunked on.
But I play guard and
son
have a lot
got
of
bombed on.
competitive levels playing for money, so I can assess it a little bit. But I did talk to some of the better dribbling content creators that are at the event. I'm sure they're all Dirk, Chappa, like Koza. They're all going to be posting dribble stuff, and they had some concerns as well. They had a little concern about the burstiness, and it wasn't super explosive. But obviously, as I said, it's like you got to wait to be able to put dribble styles on to really assess the burst.
That is also
a lot of past years. The bursts were fine, but that was because we found the dribble style that gave it to us. You could quick stop. The quick stop I found was the LT quick stop right there that I just ran to the wing. With Kobe, just tap LT, it set my feet instantly. And I was able to shoot.
They did say the new way to quick stop this year is the L2. So basically, that's like the old way of quick stopping. It's not the advanced one that we used to have. We had to hit the right stick up or up or towards the ball hand. It's just tapping L2. So, but it is in the game.
Did it a few times. It worked pretty consistently. Maybe we find something better, but definitely, I think we're going to be able to.
I want to see actually. Let's see. Yeah, because I want to see Yadman.
Wagwan GVO family, Yardman Gaming. First things first, this is not a scripted video. I'm going straight off the dome because I feel like that's the best.
Because Yadman is who I learned
every clip you see
from, who I learned dribbling from every year.
These are different clips. I made sure I got over probably 100 different clips for you guys to analyze, study from. maybe break down in your own video, you got my permission. If you're a creator and you want to make some content off of this, go ahead.
Salute, big dog.
Credit, do your thing. I really wanted to give you guys full transparency on what dribbling is. So first thing I did is not go to somewhere where the stamina is off, because if I sit there and dribble in front of a court by myself with no defense being played and stamina off, it's gonna look amazing. All right,
Like the
And
stationary
I'm not
dribbling
out
looks
here
mad
to
quick,
try to
but
make
the
things
the
look
the
better
burst
than
is
they
just
are or
not.
make things
It's not a
look worse
dominant
than
burst.
what they are. I'm gonna show you things the way they are.
Only, but the
and
other
way
question
I
is it a
use them.
timing
And that's
thing
exactly
or is it
what
an
I'm showing
animation
right
type of
now.
thing?
But there's a lot of positives from my opinion, from what I was able to experience, being that the game is, the gameplay that we got to make and use is limited. All right, it's not the full game. So take that in consideration. And there's some things that I will address in this video that I do think that 2K, if implemented, could take a next leap when it comes to this game. Because
Okay, so that was
y'all know
the
every
forward
year the
momentum.
trolls, they'll say it's the same game, bro. I don't care.
This is
They invite
definitely not
anybody
the
to
same
come in
game.
today.
That's
It's
a
the
whole
same
fact.
friggin' game. Y'all know, all right? When it comes to 2K, every year it's a different friggin' game. All right, and some things might return, like mocap animations and things like that. And guys, you're watching the gameplay in the back because I'm not trying to influence you on what you should think about the dribble moves. I want you to come up with your own opinion before I give it to you while I'm talking to you right now. So
In-game
watch the
thing
background.
because so many
listen to
people
me,
complain
watch the
about dribbling.
background, all right.
Yeah.
I get there, but
That's
usually
a
some
fact.
things from each 2K would translate
And-
over, like mocap.
And also, I will say this. The thing is, it's been a long time since, I guess, since burst wasn't dominant. So it's been years since the side burst wasn't a dominant part of getting open. So like now, if that's now back as the main thing in 2K, where you're dribbling in your stick skill and you doing misdirections and capitalizing on people leaning or moving in different directions, if that is what it takes to get open, that is a drastic difference than what it took to get open ever since, I would say, 2K20. 2K22 or 2K21. So now if they're saying, no, we're not bursting inside to side is not going to be how you get open, because in all honesty, if we're being realistic, that's not how people get open when they're dribbling in front of somebody in the NBA. They're not saying I'm going to dribble here, then run as fast as I can to the left, stop, run as fast as I can to the right. That's not how people get open in real life. So that is a fact. So I think it's going to be a huge learning curve, because for years, people was relying on side-to-side boosting to get open. It's just going to take some getting used to.
Animations used to translate over. Some good animations, and some good animations usually get took out. Like even when they brought Pro Play, Jamal Murray behind the back got taken out. Kyrie dribble style got taken out. Right, these were amazing moves.
Remember when a
Pro Play
guy make a
delivered
move and the
they got
defender gets
taken out.
frozen, you can't even
So
do nothing. Yeah,
2K
that's a
has
fact.
Never been the same game.
That's a
I
whole
say
fact.
that because this year, this is the first year I can really say this is the biggest leap in change that I've seen from
I
one
agree.
2K to another.
Especially with dribbling.
This is not just one 2K to another. This is generations of 2K. They actually mastered their pro play system. Now, whether you like that or not, that's your decision, all right? Me personally, I've let you guys know already on my channel, I'm a mocap guy. Pro play delivered some great animation so far. I did like the Kyrie. I like some of the moves from last year as well, but I'm an OG. I've been
See,
around
like
for
as
a
you can
while.
see, that
Trust in our
side-to-side burst,
nature. We like
that
what the
shit is
nostalgia
not
and
that shit is
the
not
effectiveness
cooking
of
like
some
it
of these
used
moves,
to.
but 2K is going away from that arcade, going away from that cheese, stuff that's what the community really call it, cheese dribbling. They're going away from that. So let me tell y'all something right now. They actually mastered their pro play system. Like this feels
Also, just off, I'm gonna rewind that. Just off of watching LaMelo cook right here, tall guards might be the motherfucking wave, bro. Because he's moving quick.
the community really call it cheese dribbling. They're going away from that.
Like,
so let me tell y'all,
because
something right
LaMelo's
now.
a taller
They
player,
actually
and as you can
mastered
see,
their
his
pro
actual
play system.
crossovers
this feels the
are
closest
quick.
to real life as it's gonna get. Speed
Like,
boosting
tall
is
guards might be
completely
the
different.
wave
On
this
the
year.
screen, you've already seen me do a couple L2 cancels, probably a few of them by now. I didn't want to call them out. I want you to obviously look at the screen and analyze things yourself, because I didn't just sit here and get like 10 different clips and just repeat them over and over and talk to you. I actually spent hours trying to get footage versus AI on, at first I was on the highest difficulty. So these AIs are Super Saiyan. They will clamp you up, and your stamina, we'll talk about that later on, but you're kind of already seeing why I'm showing the stamina on the screen, right? So 2K mastered their pro play system, and there is some pros to this, and to me there is some adjusting to do. I'm not going to call it a con yet, because I do believe that this is going to create a skill gap.
Absolutely.
I've been begging 2K for a skill
Abso-fucking-lutely.
gap. They delivered the skill gap. I will go out and say this year there's going to be a lot of guards that get packed up. Guards, right? And it might be you. You might have to take a bite out of that humble pie. It might be you. But if you're willing to adapt, willing to learn something new, because the direction that 2K went this year, I'm gonna tell you the closest things that we got when it comes to the dribble wise. This feels like a combination of 2K20, 2K22, 2K26 with a little sprinkle of 2K25. And the reason why I say that is in 2K20, it didn't have the craziest speed boost, right? You didn't have your 2K22 left-right movement.
Called it. Called it. I knew it.
Then hit like a big behind the back bop, or you know, hit the Curry slide behind the screen. Screen players was doing that, or you had to Steezo dribble, right? The Steezo dribble aspect is, you know, people are not gonna, you know, shout out to the general Steezo, by the way.
That's a
lot of people
fact.
hate on that.
That's a fact.
And they're not gonna give credit to that. So let's just stick to what I'm talking about. You had to do a move. Same like 19. You couldn't just run out their speed boost with 19. You had to do a move first. This year on 2K26, you're gonna have to do a move. You understand me? Like, I'm not saying you can't speed boost without doing a move. It's not gonna be effective. Let me just go out there and say that, all right? It's not gonna be effective. And the reason why I say some elements of 2K22, because the standstill combos in this game, guys,
look
I was
crazy.
smiling when I was
That shit look. The standstill combos look fire.
Even though there is some amazing footage in here for you guys to work with, analyze, break down. If you really want to find out how the gameplay is dribble wise, I tried to do every single thing I can in the play note section, because obviously this is the first footage that we can drop for you guys. So obviously I'm not out there with custom SIGs, but I try to get a wide variety of different SIGs for you guys to see. All I ask is please hit that like button. I'm running off big 3 hours sleep. Yes, 3 hours sleep. Been up since I've got back from the airport, trying to figure out how do I deliver this video to you guys without hyping something up and without bashing it for no reason, because I'm not with the following the wave stuff. All right, I'm gonna give you my opinion. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, bro, we're all entitled to our own. And as I was saying, I am in love with the standstill combos, my standstill dribblers, this throw. I felt like I had full control of my player with this.
It looks like it.
And that
That's a
has
fact.
to do with the new system Mike One, you know, implemented. I've been asking for this for years. And even when I was at Community Day, I said, I've been asking this for years and you guys finally did it. You know, no, some of you guys are probably not going to be happy that they did it in the pro play era. I asked for this like 4 years ago. Like, let us be able to customize our dribble SIGs like a dunk.
I remember that.
And they gave us that ability.
Yeah,
Now,
people was asking for
you
that shit
guys
for
are
years.
Absolutely going to love that. To me, feature-wise, I'm not talking about animation or anything. Feature-wise, this is the best feature for dribbling by far we've had in a long time. You guys are gonna love it, and when I'm able to show you guys custom SIGs and all that, you will see why. But for now, enjoy the gameplay of me just trying to test out SIGs that are already chosen for a player and show you guys that, you know, the versatility of standstill moves, speed boosting, maybe even the L2 cancel, you know, trying to change pace of direction, because L2 cancel is real. This is a real life basketball experience you're gonna get in 2K26. So if you don't like that, you're getting it. All right, I'm not saying you still can't pull off some nice combos. You guys have seen a few nice combos. You've seen a few change of pace moves, because L2 cancel is not even a fake move. People just don't spam left right in real life. But
that's a
any
fact.
hooper I've hooped knows that you have tricked the defender by accelerating one way, changing pace of direction one way, maybe accelerating again, step back, and then accelerate again. Everybody does it. That as any type of ball handling ability, everybody does it. All right, so let's just get that out of the way. But are we doing it literally the whole possession? No, and that's where the gripe comes from and the complaints. So standstill dribblers, you guys are gonna love this game. And I myself, y'all know in 2K20, I was standstill dribbling like crazy before I started really Steezo dribbling again. In 19, I really did more Steezo than anything dribbling. So yeah, speed boosters, the left righters, the AKA the major left righters that the community just hate.
You cook.
And some of the left righters earn that title, bro. Because I kid you not, they just come out here left right, right? Nothing else. You're patched, and I'm just gonna say that, bro. You're patched. You come out there trying to left right, you're going.
You
Defense is actually crazy this year. You can't clown.
Left Riders. Get your shoes on. Get your shoes on, because you're going home. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That is great to hear. I hated people that spam left, right. I've hated that shit for years. So get your shoes on, because you're going the fuck home. Like, get that shit up out of here.
Somebody up with a low perimeter. So expect to get your stuff boxed up and shipped back where you came from. If you come on trying to left, right,
Pack it the fuck up.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of tutorials.
Get that shit up out of here, big dog.
Too, but I got you with the tutorials. And that's actually the biggest reason why I didn't go and learn 2K Freestyle and switch through all these players and just dribbled out with no defense being played, no stamina.
Yeah, because that's not realistic.
It's not a realistic visual of what to expect. That's literally like playing with the sliders up. That's not real, all right? You can't make an assumption of something like that, because when are we ever going to use dribbling with no stamina and dribbling with nobody in front of us? That's literally just just shooting around on a hoop. Nobody cares about that. Now, I will end up showing you guys when I want to show the flexibility of each custom SIGs that they added. That's when I'll show you guys that. But to show you, to let you know about the dribbling, that's not a good angle for me to go. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, because I would feel like I'm misrepresenting.
So I will say this: what I'll try to do when 2K comes out, unless somebody already releases the footage tomorrow, because usually when the My Player stuff comes out is when people start to release like their ideas of different SIGs or what they judge from different SIGs. What I will do is what I did last year, where I actually recorded using the different animations as far as the dribble styles to show the burst and to actually rate them based on frame data. Because I did that last year. That's how I found out that the Zach LaVine dribble style and the Ja Morant dribble style was going to be the best before day one. Literally, I found that out just by studying frame data based on the dribble moves as they did them. So I'll probably try to do the same thing this year to at least give you an idea like, hey, these moves are the ones that will give you the best burst or the best cross launch. And then I'll do that when 2K actually comes out. Unless, like I said, because Koza did it last year, and that's where I got a lot of the footage from. So if he does that again this year, I'll go through the footage, I'll break it down by frame data, and I'll do the same thing.
And misleading you guys, you know, it would be the better word. But
is that a class player will be carrying so for the first few weeks? Yeah, that's a fact.
Comboing up, I was piecing up the AI even on how.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, expect a lot of passing. Like this year, expect a lot of passing, because people are going to try to do the shit that they was doing last year, and they're not going to be able to do it. I will also expect a lot of people to not like this 2K when it first comes out. A lot of people are not going to like this, mainly because 2K26 was honestly 2K with training wheels. A lot of people was able to feel very dominant because it was very, very easy to get space, and it was very easy to shoot with tempo. The fact that you can't speed boost like that no more, and tempo has been removed, and now back to 2K25 rhythm shooting, I think a lot of people are gonna like you said, eat that humble pie, and they're gonna come back down to earth. And I think a lot of people are going to be upset about that.
Hall of Fame difficulty. But the biggest problem that I had...
Because 2K26 allowed a lot of people to think they had superpowers.
You guys have noticed already, the stamina is tough, all right?
Like if you make the right lockdown, you really can be in the passing lane. Yeah, no, I'm telling lockdowns, and especially for the first month or so, lockdowns are going to run this game.
Without double Gatorade at all, or at least one, so I can't say that. I do know, though, for a fact, using a player build like a Ja Morant, I don't know what his handles for days was, but his stamina drained less than other people, all right? So your badges are going to matter. You're going to need the highest level Hall of Fame or gold handles for days. And
yeah, that's what it looked like.
You're
not
gonna come out here with no bronze or silver.
Yeah, you're gonna need them handles for days this year. That's a fact.
610 build or something like that, right? Or you're getting boxed by a good lockdown unless you're just elite. More people can't do that. That's the 1%. So stamina, I hope that they do buff it, because it drains a little bit too fast. And is it the full game? Can I make a real assumption of that? No, because every year we need double stamina if you're gonna play competitive.
That's a fact.
We've always known that you need double stamina, all right? But I do hope that the stamina doesn't drain that fast if you don't even have one bar. If you do your workout, you have one bar, right? But the thing is, even with one bar, I believe that it's gonna drain a little too fast. Like I said, me personally, I already know I'm a veteran in this community. Don't come out there on guard with no one Gatorade boost unless you're iRush bots. iRush bots just love doing that for some reason. I don't even know why. It's a disadvantage. You need to come out here. You need to get both Gatorades. Do your workout, buy some Gatorade, then you will be able to cook up. That's what I'm expecting. No, I had a couple change of pace direction combos in every single chance I had to change different players and stuff like that. I was still able to change pace, hit that L2 cancel, I should say. But to sit there and spam it, especially when you get close to your stamina being gone, you're done for. So all my Sim Nation people out there, shout out to Kevin Cruz, by the way. I'm excited to check out what he drops. Got to meet him, bro. It's actually a real cool dude. And sometimes this community put us against each other, but I was actually, really surprised of how cool Kevin Cruz was. So shout out to Kevin Cruz. We're grown.
If you don't know Kevin Cruz, I think I'm still subscribed to him, I'm not sure, but he's another 2K content creator. He does a lot of what he consider ethical bucket scoring, bucket getting, where he doesn't use any cheese, any glitches. He was using the straight pro play animations, the different go-to shots with the different step backs and shit like that to get space. So like he's known for doing that. So like in this game, he will probably be at a huge advantage to start because he already got accustomed to getting away from the speed boosting and the cheese dribbling. He been stopped doing that.
We don't do that foolish.
Like he was known for what he considered ethical buckets.
Like this is a year for a lot of Sim Nation players, but I say that to every group of players have their skill level. Sim Nation still has to have their top players execute because you're gonna get boxed out here. I don't care what group you're in, Meta, Steezo, if you're in a Sim Nation, if you're in Standstill, you will get boxed this year more times than none if you screw up on a move. You hear me? Defense is for real this year. Defense is for real, bro. I kid you not. Low perimeter, you might just get boxed if you don't choose right. No, if you like that, you like that. I'm just being transparent from what I experienced at Community Day. No, things can change. Take that in consideration. It can change. These AIs we were told that the AIs are on a new level. They are. Trust and believe me. If you play Rec and you're versus the AIs, don't leave them open. Don't leave them AIs open in Rec Center if you play Rec.
Let's fucking go. Yo. If the AIs are legit this year, I'm telling people are gonna not like this game to start. I can tell you that right now. People are not gonna like this game to start because shooting straight up in front of the AI was how a lot of people got their buckets. Speed boosting was how a lot of people got their buckets, and D-book aggressive dribble was how a lot of people got their buckets. So literally those three things are no longer in the game. So without those three things to score consistently, a lot of people are going to be upset. I can see it now.
To play against the AI, good luck, bro. That's all I have to tell you. Just good luck. No, another thing I would love for 2K to improve upon, I feel like this direction could make the game way better is, aside from the stamina, let's just turn the game speed up just like +3, +4, even +5. +5 would be perfect. Because I was able to chain some combos together very fast already, and the defense recovered fast too. Most of these clips versus the AI, you'll see them recovering just as fast as you see me cooking. You understand me? So if you're a good lockdown, a lot of guards, including myself, I expect to get boxed up sometimes. And,
that's a fact. Yo, I'm telling you, something like this. Lockdown's going to fucking cook this year, boy.
Shooting, and this is the direction I feel like 27 balance. Let's just put it at that. But if we can improve upon the game speed just a tad bit, I do believe that this game will do wonders. Game speed and stamina, it will do wonders. Because this is the type of year of people like myself, brethren, Lil Nike, gonna go crazy. You understand me? Because if you're somebody that can shoot, dribble in any way to ISO, because I do believe screens will be very effective this year as well, because the screens were hitting. And you're gonna need to use your teammates. The days of the guards just, based off my own experience, let me just say that because this is Community Day. Things are destined to change once we're able to slap 2 Gatorade bars on and have max badges and 6 a certain way that you want. And, Things can change. But from what I seen, this year you might have to pass the ball more. And this is the direction 2K has been wanting to go in. Realism, all right? And it makes sense because a billion-dollar company, right? You know, they would want their basketball game to be representative of real-life basketball. Now, the consumer might not like that because, you know, most consumers want to cheese. They want to have some fun. You see what I'm saying? And this year 2K really humped down on that pro play. This is a pro play game. Now, like I said, I do believe once we get double Gatorade and get our badges and get our SIGs the way we want to when we actually can get in the lab, things can change. You could ISO and get open because there's no way a user is going to be playing stick skills like the AIs every single possession. No way. Will you get boxed sometimes? I think you're going to see a lot of your favorite creators and even yourself get boxed up more times than none this year. You're going to have to make the right basketball decision. That's not necessarily
a fact.
bad thing. Hear me out. We've been
And I'm
begging
cool
for a
with
skill
that.
gap.
I'm
Begging
cool with
for a
that.
skill, guys. We got our skill gap so far from what I've seen. Not everybody's going to come out there running guard. It's not going to happen. Not everybody is going to be able to come out there and run wing. It's not going to happen. You understand me? You're going to have to know how to score. I feel like this is like a 2K20 gameplay where you're going to have a nice sniper in the corner. You're going to have a person that can create space and create shots for other people. And you're going to have somebody that can protect the paint, like real life basketball, or three bills that can do all three, you know? So, or if you play fives, you're going to have to really run a specific offense on defense because I'm telling you, this is the biggest leap I've seen in change in 2K. And anybody in their right friggin' mind that's watching this video and watching these clips and say, oh, bro, they invite anybody to community today, man. This is the same game. You're sick, bro. I'm telling you right now, you're sick. This is far from the same game. Matter of fact, I want.
That's a fact. Yeah, so I'm about to get on to the next video. But yeah, like, I would say what he said from what I've seen does look correct. This game looks like, as far as the look of it, of course, 2K is not going to look drastically different from year to year as far as the visual look of the game. You're not going to get that sort of an upgrade until you go to a generational leap. So, or PC, I'll say that, unless you're doing one of those two things. But as far as the gameplay and how everything is looks and is moving, that looks drastically different than 2K26. This is why I'm saying I think a lot of people are going to be upset when they first start this game because they're not going to be able to score as easily as they were scoring all of 2K26. 2K26 had a lot less passing overall because everyone felt that they was a fucking superstar and they could score because it was super easy to get open and shoot with tempo. Without those two things, a lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening on this game. Like he said, a lot of your favorite content creators, shit like that, they are going to look a lot different. Not me, though. That's a fact. I'm going to figure it the fuck out. I always do. But a lot of people are going to be eating a humble pie like a motherfucker. So I will say this year, more than any other year in the past, hop into my career first. Hop into my career, get a feel for the game. Understand the differences. Understand that you are playing 2K27. You are not. I repeat, you are not playing 2K26. This looks like a drastically different game from a dribbling standpoint, from a shooting standpoint, from a defensive standpoint. This game looks like it is leaning more defensive than it is offensive. And 2K26 was the complete opposite of that. So, yo, be mindful, hop into my career, get a feel for the game, understand the differences before just hopping online expecting to just do crazy things. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be upset with this game to start. I did want to watch the Laker fan because they said he had a good slasher video. I'm not watching an hour of this shit, but still.
Dunk meter test of NBA 2K27. Now,
I'm not watching an hour
of these elite dunkers going at elite rim protectors.
Because I did want to watch Chopper video because I think he answered a lot of questions.
This dunking is out of this world. It's unbelievable. However, I do want to show you that there is balance to this at the beginning of this because I'm sure you're going to see in a lot of other people's videos dunks popping off because a lot of the community day was smalls versus smalls. It was going to be people with high dunk ratings like Ja Morant going
Let that
at someone
defense
like
be too OP.
Anthony
I
Edwards,
got a
or it's
month
gonna be
and
a
it's
lot of,
over for
you know,
me.
in the paint collisions
Me-
like this, where you
That's
have
what I'm
people
saying.
with
I think
really bad interior
when it comes to the
defense
defense,
being dunked on. So,
this is
first
what
and
I try to
foremost, what I
tell
really
people.
want to say
When a
about the
game
dunking is that
leans, so let
I
me pause this.
am ecstatic.
When a game leans too heavily defensive, there's going to be a lot of people that have that same mindset, because no one wants to turn the game and get boxed. So they want to be able to have some sort of freedom and fun, and be able to put up some points. So, like I said, turn on this game, be mindful that this is a lot different than the 2K that you played previously. This looks like a drastic difference from 2K26 to 2K27. I would say this is probably the biggest dribbling difference since, I would say, like maybe 24 to 25, because that was when they really started to dive into pro play. So I'm like, that was maybe a huge difference, but between 26 and 27, this shit looks drastically different.
Static that something like this is a thing. Truly, we've gone multiple years in
but
the past, I would say 3.
Slashing looks like it's easy as a motherfucker. I'm not going to. Slashing looks easy as shit. So unless people, what I've seen from all the videos that people have shown,
At least 2 of them.
unless people are playing with dominant blockers and interior defenders, and you're playing with somebody that's a slasher, you're posterizing. You are fucking posterizing. That literally exactly what I just said. He just said exactly what I just said.
2 clips, because it just so happens to be how the gameplay kind of set up, but also that I really wanted to show people like Donovan Clingan, who's like a really tall 7'2", 7'1" big. Same with Rudy Gobert, 7'1", obviously like the best rim protector in the league, other than maybe Wemby, you know. But Gobert is low key just built for rim protection, and that's about it. But long story short, you'll see more and more clips of Ja Morant trying to go at Rudy Gobert, and it never ever works, bro.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
just never works.
See?
So, I will continue to get into the gameplay. And
A
stuff
few
like that,
moves
but
to
what I do
launch
want
out,
to show you
for
guys
real.
real quick.
I will say this, since you just stopped by, it doesn't look like there's any. I'm just gonna tell you what I've seen from watching all this footage. I would say when going into 2K27, if I'm not sure how long you've been playing 2K, but have the mindset of 2K20 and 19, where that was before speed boosting was a very dominant part of the game. Do not look for speed boosting to carry you to get open. You're going to have to use stick skill and misdirection to get yourself open when dribbling. Speed boost is no longer a dominant way to get open based off of what I've seen from all these videos. And I just got finished watching Yadman's video. And if you don't know Yadman, he's one of the best dribblers in 2K. And he said the same thing. If you are looking you're looking to get buckets off of speed boosting, that shit's cooked. So like if you want to dribble, if you want to try to get open, you're going to have to learn to actually dribble, go through those animations, and actually like learn what combos you want to try to use, try to work into misdirection, things like that. So also I will say, I'll do this, like I said earlier, I'll do the same thing I did last year. So last year I used Koza's video because he did it. He went through every single one of the dribble styles that was available and showed the burst from left to right. I basically took that footage, put it into video editing, went through frame data, basically frame by frame, and measured it, and was able to tell which ones was the fastest based off of that footage. That's how I was able last year to say and predict that Zach LaVine and Ja Morant would be the 2 best dribble styles in the game, because they, based off of frame data, they had the best ball side launch of anything in the game, and Zach LaVine had the best ball side launch and cross launch of any animations in the game. So I was able to predict that just by going through frame data, and I'm going to do the same thing this year. I'm hoping someone makes that video for tomorrow. So I'll at least try to give you that. I'll at least try to get you that information to let you know which dribble styles at least give you the best speed.
It's a little bit more scattered, but as a generality, this is probably how you're going to see this video develop. Working out the kinks a little bit, trying to learn how to set up our test as well as possible. Just make sure that we're actually
all right, big dog. We not. Yeah, thank you. Let's
in order to give us something to post on day
let's skip that shit.
it could have been a better test in, like, let's say maybe the My Player Builder or like the My Court, if you will. Would have had to wait though until day 2 for that, and I think I'm going to prefer to do a lot of gameplay stuff.
Research before the game come out.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Even though it's not,
I mean, well, I'm a person that likes to do research, so you can guarantee I'm always going to do research. Oh, Holiday was good. Like, I'm always going to do research. That's a fact.
Even the level that you might see of interior defense of smaller guard.
So tomorrow, so let me pause here. Tomorrow's going to be another important day. Obviously, that's when the embargo list for a lot of people, for all the people I was at Community Day for My Player Builder, they can go through different animations. They can show them dribbling with different SIGs, things like that. So that comes out tomorrow. So I'm hoping that Koza does what he did last year, where he puts on the different dribble styles and shows the burst from side to side. If he does, I will take that video, go through, look at the frame data, and make another chart of which animations look like they should be the fastest based off of that. And then I'll look at some other things, but I'm always going to do the research. So tomorrow, also, I will say, if for people that just came in, tomorrow, what I'm going to do, I'm waiting for the app to come out, the 2K HQ. I already have my setup ready to go to stream from my iPad. So I'm hoping that the app works from my iPad. And what we're going to do tomorrow, basically, we're going to go into Brain Trust, and we're going to try to but we're going to try to really get a good understanding of that builder before day 1 comes. So we're going to go through the different builds, put different things together. Also, if you have any ideas of builds you want to try out, we'll put it in the app and we'll see how it works, and we'll rate them, judge them, things like that. So I will be doing that tomorrow. I'm hoping the app comes out at midnight, but people think it might be tomorrow afternoon. I hope they don't focus on slashing too much. I will say, based off of the way dribbling has changed, slashing will be dominant this year because people always tend to revert to what they feel is easiest to do when they're having difficulty scoring. It's gonna take a lot of skill this year to get wide open 3-pointers now because of the change to dribbling. So when that always is the case, whenever that's the case in 2K, people tend to revert to slashing. So you will see a lot of slashing this year. I can guarantee that. Because based off of the dribbling, off of the videos that I've seen, and I just finished watching Yadman's, the speed boosting that we were accustomed to from 26, 25, 24, 23, that shit is not the case. The speed boosting is not dominant, and you will not be able to use that to just get yourself open running back and forth. You will not be able to do that this year. Like, I think slashing will be, a lot of people will be slashing this year, so you should be good. Yeah, 70 interior, 90 perimeter. It's going to be needed. But I would say, based off of what I've seen so far, the top builds to start will be ISO locks, big slashers. I would say like a 6'9", 6'10" slasher, because based off of the videos we've seen, your green window also varies based on how much taller you are than the person in front of you trying to stop you from dunking. So if you're taller than them and you have really good dunking, you are going to posterize them more often than not. So I think ISO lock or pure lock and big slashes, they're going to cook early in the year. So you're probably going to see a lot of big guards to start. I don't like getting dunked on. My first build is my two-way playmaker, aka LaMelo. I would say the two-way playmaker will probably be it's probably going to be up there because a lot of people are going to go bigger builds because only crazy motherfuckers like me are going to still be committed to going to a shorter guard and figuring this shit the fuck out because dribbling is drastically changed. Drastically changed. 6'7", yeah, I think that's going to be the #1 guard build right now to start the game. People are going to go a taller guard, but they're going to go more dunking. Like the 6'6", 6'7" guards, I can see them taking over the game. Because you're gonna have some people like me that's gonna go short guard, but for the majority, they're not gonna want to deal with that shit. Like the dribbling seems a lot harder to like consistently get yourself open. It's gonna take a lot of practice, a lot of research, things like that.
Not known as an interior defender, if you will, but as you can see, did make this meter pretty small, all things considered. I full barred this. I don't even know where the green is. It would appear horn isn't going to show the remainder of the bar. Either that or it was just a sliver meter that ended up making right here on the dunk. So that was a tough one.
Definitely
don't tiny fold. Meter though, regardless, one way or another. It was extremely hard to make right there. And that is only Kyle Anderson. It's not like that's Rudy Gobert. So there will be mixtures of what you're going to see in this video right here. I definitely should have been starting to bring more like.
I don't think so. Because the changes to the game. Well, I'll keep this running while I'm talking. I'll just lower the volume. So the changes to the game aren't things that they could really fold on. Like the dribbling, the only way to fold on that, they would have to drastically change the dribbling, which they're not going to do. So the speed boosting will never be, I don't think that's ever going to be a dominant part of 2K27 going forward. That's a fact. The defense, I don't see them nerfing the defense. And still this year, the bump steals are still not incredible. So I don't see them touching that either unless they buff that. So I'm like, it's not much for them to really renege or go back on right now.
Gets pulled into the meter dunk, as you can see. But yeah, I mean, that was definitely missable, if we're being completely honest. It is obviously, like, I would like to think, and I'm not here to toot my own horn or like.
But as you can see from Laker fan video, highest dunkers are going to be posterizing people.
All things considered, you know.
If you got a 5, even if you playing on a 3, you're gonna need an interior defender.
All the people I wanted to ask, it was gonna be D-Man.
Like if you playing 3s, I would say whoever's your center, make sure he's a stretch interior lockdown.
So again, shout out
so that he can get out of your way and he can stop them from dunking on everybody.
Which a lot of you guys who are watching my channel are, I would assume. So anyway, let's start getting things ramped up a little bit here, though. We've been looking at these two for quite a bit. I do want to still keep things moving a little bit in the video. So this will be, I believe, our last dunk with Ja anyway. You're going to see we try and get it set up with Trey Lyles and double teamed on the dunk right there. And we're able to kind of slide through, get the backpack animation. You guys are familiar with that. Obviously, if you've been playing 2K for the last couple of years, that being a contact dunk animation. So again, even though these NBA players don't have specific contact dunk animations in their like packages, it is still something that pops off for Jordan, albeit I don't think he's the rim protector he used to be by any means, but he does slide down out of the corner right here. You can kind of see like Embiid is like spotted up in like short corner right here, and DeAndre Jordan kind of slides down. This made no impact on the dunk, I will say. Now, he was a little bit late, if we're being completely honest.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't really.
From a lot of this is that rotating defenders are not nearly as like
instead of what they did instead of pie charts to make it feel like the 20 builder.
Be fair, rotating defenders were really bad in 26.
Yeah, I would say the badge tokens changes the builder drastically, but also the other reason that I really need to dive into that builder, because they said there's certain badges that you can't put together. So that is a thing. There's like, there's certain badges that when you have one badge there, you won't be able to put another one. So it is, man, this builder is this is the biggest change in a builder since they got rid of pie charts. It's the biggest change I've ever seen.
And 24 though, where like blinders
like
were a lot more.
I would say if I'm still streaming at midnight, if anyone embargoes their video at midnight, I'm hopping on it. We're gonna watch it before I head out.
Are back, like the real deal, like driving dunk, contact dunk, yam on your head, it is truly a thing again. And I know, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people that don't like that about the game. They're gonna call it like brain dead and like, you know, just like playing through the RNG and stuff like that. I mean, as you can see, I actually missed like a pretty respectable one for that matter right there too. But I think just give it some time to breathe is kind of my take.
Yeah.
But I do understand.
I don't. I'm hoping they don't nerf the dunks.
I will say,
Just
I think
let it
it'd be kind
cook,
of
like
fun
he said.
to
Like
see
let it breathe. Let
a
us
player base actually have to
let us
adapt.
figure some stuff out. Because if you make the dunking, if you allow the dunking to remain powerful, that now adds much more value to having an interior defender on your team, which there was no value to that last year at all. Like it didn't matter. No one cared about it. This now means, yo, if you're going to have a 5, you need your big man to be able to protect the paint. I'm cool with that. Allow these positions to have fucking value. Yes, a fact. I always would put block. At least 60. Right, for giving us the build early because it's like we need to look at. That's a fact. I'm not gonna lie. I think they knew the builder was very, very complex, and that was another reason they wanted to get that app out.
Takeover stuff is unbelievable.
But
If anything gets nerfed,
I
it
honestly
really
think
proudly should be.
there was something going on with the
Because
app,
design,
and it
you know,
wasn't
who
ready
just
for
puts
Community Day.
LeBron into this, like,
Because
you know, the
I
Windmill
think they
Bron
really
animation,
wanted
the
to
whole
drop
meter
all
is
that shit
green.
on Community
I
Day
don't
and say,
know
yo,
if that should really
you
be the
can play
case,
with
if
the
we're being
builder
completely honest.
today. And I
But
think
to be
something
fair,
happened and like, yo, we got to
it's
push this
takeover.
back.
I
We
don't
got some
know
bugs
how
and some
effective
kinks we still got to
Shark
work
takeover
out.
is. I don't know how
Because it made
effective
no
Block
sense for it to
takeover
be
is.
2
I don't know
days
how
later
effective Glass takeover is. So,
or
like,
2 or 3 days later. It just
all I
didn't
can
make
really
much
see
sense.
is just that like that seems kind of insane, but I don't even know how easy takeover is to activate either, to be real with you guys. I didn't get like really great like study on stuff like that. I was looking at a lot of builder and a lot of the slashing test stuff that we were doing right here. We spent like a whole hour doing this. I cut it down to about 40. The important footage for you guys is gonna be like only about 25 minutes. If you want to see the stuff at the end of like the standing dunks, the basic dunkers like Luka and Halliburton going at each other and stuff like that, feel free to. If you want to see, you know, the gather dunks that we were doing with LeBron, or not LeBron, but Giannis as well, you can feel free to. But a lot of this stuff, I just wanted you guys to be able to see contact dunks.
Yeah,
and, like,
it'll
you know,
definitely help the
these
casual
situational
players.
things like this, for instance,
That's
right
a
here
fact.
as well. This was me trying to run at D-Man from like a distance. I don't know what this takeover is for LeBron. I'm thinking it's playmaker.
Yeah, it's probably
takeover.
playmaker.
It's
They're
definitely
not gonna
slashing.
give
I
him
will say that.
finishing
But as you can
anymore.
see, I'm starting on the block, but trying to like run up to D-Man as he's going for the dunk right here. Meter is small early and then expands into a like respectable, makeable one right there. And again,
So they're
can't
punishing late
see the
closeouts.
ratings on
I
this.
still
When you
respect
hit
that.
pause, all
I
it would
still
let you do
respect
is
that.
quit. You guys have seen it now at this point a couple of times. But yeah, I mean, once again, Zion with slash take, unstoppable. It's honestly insane.
Yeah, it looks like
What more can I
they're
say?
not respecting late
kind of,
closeouts,
you
and
know, talking
I'm cool
myself
with
into it
that.
a little
I'm
bit,
cool with
whatever.
that.
It's the slash
Like
take
you're gonna
over
have
stuff.
to play
As you can see,
defense
LeBron
on the
not
person
really
going
getting
into the
a
paint.
dunk animation
You
right
not
there, but
just
once again,
close on,
finishing
close out
layup
late and affect their
obviously
dunk.
being able to
Like
just finish in
I'm
contact.
cool
You
with
didn't
that.
get the layup,
Unless you're like an incredible
Peter
interior
again
defender.
right there either. By the way, one thing I ended up seeing is you can take off your meter visually for the dunks. You are still going to have your timing on though. I don't know if you get
All right, because I know
If you
Chopper
hold
was
right stick up,
answering
which
some
is
questions.
to play the game early at Community Day, so I do have some raw gameplay for y'all. This video will be covering your questions that you asked me on Twitter and my honest thoughts about dribbling as a whole. Last thing before we get started, I need y'all to get this vid to 1K likes and stay to the end for a surprise. And without further ado, let's get into it. The first question this person asks, is there a speed boost and a quick stop? Yes, there is a speed boost and a quick stop. The quick stop this year feels the same like 2K26.
So as you can
The
see, like
best
the
way to
speed
do it
boost is
by
just
letting
not
go of
dominant.
everything and tap
It
and
is
hold
not
similar to
dominant in the
2K24.
slightest.
The speed boost is very similar to 2K26. With Ja Morant, you can see I'm getting a speed boost.
Yeah, but
Another
as you
thing
can
to
see,
take
it's
note is
not-
that play now
it's
feels
not
slower
that
compared to other
crazy,
modes we got to
just
play, so
crazy
therefore the
jump
speed boost looks
in
a
either
little
direction.
slow.
It's just
This
not.
next person asked 4 different questions, with the first one being if you can run out of moves at all angles. Your answer would be some animations are canned, but
Jesus.
the really good animations allow you to control exactly how you run out of that move. For example, Curry Escape literally has like 5 different run animations out of his escape. And in my opinion, he has one of the better escapes in the game. Next question this person asks, is the momentum effective again? The momentum I wouldn't say is effective, but it definitely has a better aesthetic. It doesn't seem to get bummed on collision anymore, I noticed in play now, but that might get changed for release. The next question that person asks is if the behind the backs are effective again. The answer would be yes, they are, but there is a catch. For some reason, triggering a behind the back escape like Curry Slide was very difficult for me to trigger. I could probably trigger 10 speed glitches in 2K26 before I could trigger 10 Curry Slides in 2K27. The last thing he asked was about defensive lateral quickness and collisions. Defensive lateral quickness was good only until you put your hands up. For some reason, if you hold right stick up, which is aggressive contest, your player will get stuck and then they could just run around you. Also,
that is a that is programming. That is development. They did that for a reason, which I'm perfectly fine with. So basically what they're saying with the way the defense is, you have to play defense, and then when they are going for a shot, then you can contest the shot. You have to make a decision on what you're doing at that time. You cannot just rely on running around with your hands up and then being able to I can still stay in front of you and play some sort of defense and still contest the shot. No, you have to play defense, and then when they are shooting, then you can go for a contest. You cannot play good defense while just contesting a shot. I think that is perfectly fine. That is the way it should be.
blitzes,
Not just for some
collisions,
reason.
and
That is
closeout
the way it
contests
should be.
all seem better in 27. This person asks multiple questions, and we have already covered the first one. He asks how shooting tempo off peaks felt. To be honest, I don't think there is any point to tempo this year since you have to green both, which in my opinion is easier to mess up compared to shooting button. Next, he asks,
Yo, how is shooting with tempo off of peaks? We know exactly why you asked that, you motherfucker. Man, I'm telling you, 2K27 is about to make a lot of people upset to start, because tempo, along with the crazy speed boosting that you can do in 2K26, allowed a lot of bums to feel like they were fucking just straight monsters in this game. And then coming to 2K27 and no longer being able to do either of those two things, they are going to be knocked all the way back down to earth, and we're actually going to start seeing cheating rise because of it. I guarantee it.
if SIG size ups are useful again. Yes, SIG size ups are back and are actually useful for the reason I said in the beginning of the video. There are certain moves you get
I've been asking
consistent speed boosts
for
out
years
of,
about
and
this new
SIG size
takeover
ups
since
are one of them.
2K24.
If
Yeah.
you are not a dribbler, an example of a SIG size up would be Steve Francis from the older 2Ks. This
Yeah.
was in the SIG size up category and it was very OP.
I'll say the new
have Steve
scoreboard is
Francis
kinda
this year,
growing
but
on
I
me.
did
I'm not
find
gonna
a
lie.
couple ones that are useful that I will drop tomorrow and show y'all. Is D-Book Breakdown fries? Yes, it is
Yep.
super fries. D-Book Breakdown
That shit is
literally
ass. Get the fuck
is
up outta
the
here.
worst animation in the game now.
That's a W. D-Book aggressive breakdown is fucking going. Fuck you niggas. Holla at your boy. Get that
D-Book
shit
Breakdown is
up out of
basically a whole new
here.
pro play animation and it is completely slowed down, so it is useless. Kyrie Spin Jumper is back in NBA 2K27, and there is one minor change that actually
way
made
slower.
it better. Now in 2K27, you can run straight towards the basket without stopping and double tap square to get the good animation. Last year, you had to twirl your right stick in order to get it, but now it is easier to do. So if you are
I'm hoping it
locked down and you
is.
beat up the court,
There was
the
no
guard
reason for
will
step
do
back
a
threes to
spin
ever be
jumper.
nerfed.
Also, Paulo and KD go-to shots are back in NBA 2K27. However, I cannot show y'all the requirements for them until tomorrow. This person asked about my overall thoughts on dribbling, what game comparison, the misdirection. First thing I would answer is this game's dribbling seemed like if you combine 2K24 mechanics with 2K22 movement and game speed. On top of that, as y'all saw in the gameplay review, you can fully customize your SIG. So the L2 cancel and quick stop remind me exactly like 24, but the actual speed boost animation reminds me of 26. Doing combos in general are way faster, and are definitely not casual friendly. Learning combos and keeping pace with your moves is going to take a long time to learn. The skill gap, especially on small guard dribbling, is going to be insane. I didn't get to
That same thing
test
I said.
tall guard dribbling, so I do apologize about that, and I will lab tall guards when the game releases. This will be by far the most dribble diverse 2K ever, just because of the expanded dribble customization. If you want to see what SIGs I think are the best or what I think will be meta, make sure to tune in tomorrow, August 21st, for that video. Um, the misdirection in this game
I
is
just hate
very
hearing the word
difficult to
meta.
do,
I'm
and
not gonna
seems
lie.
very slow to me. I definitely think the misdirection in 2K26 is way better. The misdirection in this game seems very clunky and not useful at all. Before I end this video, I want to go through some of the 2K26 animations that were meta and show y'all if there's any difference with them in 2K27. First, we have Defox Cross. In 27, it looks like it's still going to be.
How you feel about the Cruise and Pro Am getting blended? I think it's perfect. I think that makes a lot of sense because Pro Am, Pro Am was a very niche thing. That's a fact. When it comes to 2K, Pro Am was a very niche thing in itself. So that's not something that was even used by a huge portion of the 2K community, right? So getting rid of it and merging it into Cruise now adds more value to Cruise. It adds more value and it gets more usability out of your crew throughout the year because now they have crew rankings. You can match yourself up against other crews, things like that, and that shit is fucking tough. So I'm like, I think that was a huge debut and it was a much needed change. Like you got your crew HQ. You can play with people in your crew. You can play against other people in other people's crews. Like that shit is fire. That was a great change because Pro Am was already a niche thing. So just merge it into something else to add more value to that other thing, which was crews. I think, and then also buffing the crews by giving 5 new levels every season. That shit is fire.
Be the best crossover to use. In play now, it felt extremely fast and viable. Defox Snatch is slowed down in NBA 2K27, and it seems like it would not be a good SIG. It also drains stamina very quick in play now. Tyrese Halliburton and Zach Levine also have good dribble styles that have consistent speed boosts and don't drain that much stamina. Kevin Herter Hop Jumper is back, and even though it looks slow in this clip, I'm pretty sure it's because his release is slow. I didn't clip it, but you can also step through if you don't shoot the hop jumper. Ja Morant still has a good dribble style and a great speed boost.
Oh yeah,
Kyrie's
speed
escape
was not
got
bad.
changed, and the new animation isn't bad at all. It might be useful. It was one of the faster escapes I tested, so hopefully I can lab it more when the game
So I'm
comes
pretty
out.
sure that
Levine hop
if it's
steps-
that fast, it's gonna need a very high ball handling rating to get. I'm pretty sure most likely for his, I would say Kyrie's dribble style, you probably gonna need like 93, 94 ball handling. I wouldn't expect it to be anything under 92.
Still has the chopper
LaMelo
slide
snatchback
animation
is
it,
in,
and
yeah.
it will probably be my favorite hop step in the game. The only thing they patched is you can't fake pass out of it anymore, or even fake pass out of the Kyrie spin like 2K26. The push peak in 2K27 has been patched because now it makes you keep the ball in the same hand. Tyrese Maxey escape seems to be the second best escape. Most of his moves are fast, and it also seems like he has a fast motion style as well. The best escape I lab by far is Curry escape. It definitely is the fastest escape out of every new gen 2K, not including Allen Iverson or Jason Tatum escape from 26. The Curry slide is 100 times more difficult to spam because they made the angle harder to hit, and it is also slower than 26. However, it looks like it creates more space than it used to.
Yeah, because it
And
goes
if you stay
backwards
to
as
the end
well.
of the video, the surprise I have for y'all is that the 2K21 spin back is back. I think depending on which spin you have, it would make the animation faster. So when the game drops, I'm going to find the fastest one. When the embargo lifts tomorrow for the My Court and Builder, I'm going to go in more detail and show y'all all my SIGs, jump shot, and even a mini dribble tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you made it all the way to the end. Comment I was here, and thank y'all so much for tuning in.
All right. So that was Oh, as a matter of fact, yeah.
10 things you must know going into 2K27.
That's why. Let's see what Koza got to say.
Issues in 26, the defensive bumps and the shot contest. For the bumps, you can finally bump and harass.
Even though the energy drain is yeah, the energy drain looks crazy. That's a whole fact. The energy drain looks crazy this year.
Different.
Like Gatorade's going to be needed.
Soon to come. For shot contests, they've been reworked, introducing conservative and aggressive hands-up defense. We tested this against each other, and our first initial thoughts were interesting. Holding down on the right stick for conservative hands-up contests felt weak against good shooters, and right stick up aggressive defense was really strong. So ideally, you would think to right stick up only, but the penalty in your lateral quickness there was dramatic. If you hold your right stick up and they don't shoot it, you will get thrown back. So it's looking like it'll be entirely situational.
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. I'm happy that they said that. You can no longer spam right stick up while playing defense. You will be slow as shit. Thank you. Because that's the way it should have always been. You should have to commit to playing actual defense and then commit to a shot when a shot is being taken or when you think a shot is being taken. You shouldn't be able to play a safe cover every option thing. I hated that shit.
And it's going to come down to who you're guarding as well. But overall, shot contest felt improved by a good margin when compared to 26. Speaking more about broken things from the last year's game, the Devin Booker breakdown move has been reworked going into 2K27. Guards should be spamming this into free crabs.
Get that D-Book shit up out of here.
Open shot this year. Full court shot attempts now has a timeable meter with a green window. Some people may be better at timing these shots than others, and some people will definitely look to cheat here. So we're gonna have to see how this one develops when the game launches. For you guys who love quick stops, this year quick stopping felt the best it has in a very long time. We have very little footage showcasing this gameplay now.
Yes, boy, that quick stop looked nice. Let's fucking go.
So be sure to have the noties on. An all-new gameplay mechanic is coming for 27, and it's a bigger deal than a lot of people think. You can't just
did you see that green window?
Handler loses their dribble. You have to still be ready.
Yo, you seen that green window? Yeah. Bro, that green window look crazy.
Still be ready. The step throughs allowed for some of the most creative buckets everywhere on the court. Whether you're in the post, down low, going for a spin shot in the mid range, or you picked up your
that green. I'm not sure what difficulty is on, but that green window look
and the
crazy.
More creative you can get, the better. Height has been king the last couple of years.
He said it's wide open though.
That doesn't look like that's
true. That's true.
Especially
that's
with
true.
Finishing,
I guess
finish at the rim.
I got so accustomed to them nerfing the fuck out of any moving shot in 2K26. So like I'm just thinking that that's just the way everything should be now, because the green window was damn near non-existent when moving and doing moving shots at 3-point line. I was just talking about because it was at the 3-point line.
At a higher percentage than those smaller guard heights. And if there's a shorter defender down low, it's almost a guaranteed bucket. So think twice before making a small guard this year. Know the pros and cons to each build height because they have their good and bads. Small guards
I might have to look at a 6'4". I don't think a 6'2" or 6'3" might be in the cards this year. At least not to start.
And if you want to be a catch and shoot threat, you need to know what's going on here. There's a new no dip badge.
Well, I mean, I got Jerry. I got my man Jerry to play big man. We good money.
Faster the jump shot. Mike stated that Legend Quick Trigger is a similar speed to the very fast 26 no-dip jump shots. So
I'm just so accustomed to any moving shot having damn near no green window from 26.
Get our hands on the full game. 2K has been improving the pro.
No, I usually make my 6'3". That's usually my first build.
Notable changes.
But man, that means I'm gonna get dunked on consistently.
And players like Kawhi and James Harden got even more reworked dribble moves, making them look very similar to how they play in real life. Not only do these moves look incredibly realistic, they seem to create some solid separation. So look over these new animations and start to consider which ones you'll want to be using on your build. And last but not least, tempo shooting. Tempo shooting was arguably very easy in 26 due to you only had to match the tempo of the jump shot. Mike stated that rhythm shooting in 27 will feel more like how 25 felt, requiring slightly stricter timing and higher percentage of shots. For more experience, tempo still felt solid, but now it comes down to the
W.
If you're good at timing the tempo of your shot, you may want to continue tempo shooting. If not, you should consider using the button this year. Those are just 10 of the things that we noticed when first playing the game. We noticed other big changes, but we may have to wait until the next embargo lifts. So drop a like, subscribe, comment what you think.
We'll see if some people drop some videos at midnight, because we got an hour for that. So we'll see if some people drop some more videos at midnight for that shit. I think those are the only people. You know, this guy's another guy that I watch. He is one of the best defenders I've seen in 2K26, hands down. I forgot his name.
I tested the
'Cause I always
defensive
see him
system
on
in
Twitter.
NBA 2K27, and man, I got
not
some
Twitter,
news for
TikTok.
you. Starting with on-ball defense. You're
So I blink, yeah. I blink, no lie. He's one of the best defenders I've ever seen. Like, and I'm not trying to glaze. I'm from New York. I'm not trying to dicky, but son, I'm give credit where it's due. Son's one of the best defenders I've seen in 26, hands down. And his videos are extremely entertaining. So if you need to watch somebody, I would love to see what he is able to do in 27 with defense. So if you're looking to follow somebody that always gives good defensive advice, defensive tips, things like that, iBlink is definitely up there. He's an amazing lockdown. I follow him on TikTok. I think that was the last person I really cared to watch. So, all right, let's get the game on. Trying to think what I feel like playing today. It's 11 o'clock. Is anybody on 2K? If not, we might not be getting on that bitch. Tassino done. If last year is any indicator, bro, Tassino might be washed. I mean, this year with the buffs to like step backs and the buffs to, and especially with the step throughs and shit like that. So he might be able to make a comeback, but last year that was some of the worst gameplay. Yo, Tassino was looking crazy to start 2K26. I think Son went on like I think it was like a 15 game losing streak or some shit like that. Like Tassino was getting fried. Like that shit was sad to watch, nigga. Like, damn, son. Like, Son was getting fried in the beginning of 2K26. All right. I was like, damn, son, that shit was hard to watch. But with the changes to this year's game, he might be able to make a comeback. This is the first year where I really didn't get any great rewards. Like I think the most I got was maybe a 10,000 VC. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, but last year, man, that shit was hard to watch, son. That nigga Tassino was looking crazy. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I gotta do this shit again. Properties, deactivate, activate. Yeah, okay. Now I know the quick way to fix that. Cool. I don't know what causes that shit to happen sometimes. And the fucking game audio just won't come through. So we gotta figure out how to do that the Curry slide consistently. Because everyone was saying, well, at least Chopper was saying that the Curry slide was not an easy thing to hit or to get to activate. So I'm so happy it's a much easier way to do fucking quick stops next year. Like, and I already was shooting with square, so I don't give a fuck. But I do use tempo for my step back, so that's a fact. But man, I already got my timing down, big dog. Like I already know my timing. Like, yo, I'm good. What you say? I told my people if they need to find me, I'll be in Crew HQ like it's a gym getting working. That's a fact. That's a fact. That shit is fire though. Like, yo, son, that means you could go in there, practice, and anybody in your crew could just step in and be like, oh, it's good. We in here. That shit is hard. That shit's hard. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, they did some very, very good quality of life changes for 2K27. I'm like, again, we call 2K out anytime that we have to. That's a fact. But in the same manner, you got to give credit where credit is due. If they do something as good, you got to give them credit. And a lot of the things that they changed from 2K26 to 2K27, these are solid changes. Like, we're waiting to see how that anti-cheat is gonna work, because the anti-cheat is the one last thing they need. Like, if they get the anti-cheat to work successfully, they solved everything that we asked for from 2K26. They sped the dribbling up in standstill dribbling. They sped that up. They buffed defense. They buffed the contest system. They changed tempo shooting. Like, everything that we asked for, they changed. So if they tackle the cheating, you got to give credit where it's due. They did everything we wanted. I have no problem being objective with the guns that don't fold going backwards. I would say as far as this year, they didn't do much folding. The biggest fold was 2.0. The 2.0 update, that was the biggest fold. But the other things that they adjusted, the fades needed to be adjusted. Tempo, I'm telling you, they didn't tune it right. So tempo made fades absolutely overpowered. So it needed to be nerfed. Did it need to be nerfed into the ground? No, but it did need to be addressed. The 7.4s, they needed to be addressed. Niggas could shoot over every single person.
I got him. Oh, right here.
So I'm like, they addressed some things that needed to be touched. Patch 2.0 was the only one that it's like, damn. Y'all could have chilled on that one. Y'all could have gave that a little more time to cook. See, I'm telling you, next year? No way, this nigga took a shot and quit. What? Son took a dumbass shot and then left the game. Come on, bro. Now I got to play AI for the rest of the game? Come on, bro. That's all. Damn, Son didn't even jump for the rebound. AI with the green. But I think this year they'll definitely stick to their guns. Because for them to change, they would be changing anything that people will complain about. It would mean that they would have to change the entire gameplay, which I don't see them doing. And they nerfed the contest system because of ghost contest. No, they buffed the contest system in the beginning. Because no one was getting contest on the 7.4, so they buffed the contest system in the beginning. They nerfed it after that? I don't remember that one. Why is Son setting a screen on AIs, bro? Like, just get the fuck out my way, son. You set a screen on AIs. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, afterward, because people was able to put hands up and contest. And then, but then now you see why ghost contest sometimes is needed. Because there's no middle ground. Either you get ghost contest or you get no contest. Like, there's no middle ground. So it's like, which one would you rather? Would you rather sometimes get a contest when you don't deserve it, or sometimes you don't get no contest when you deserve it? Like, it's one or the other. You got to make a choice. saying 2K need to stick with their guns. I think we'll wait to see. We'll see if they're gonna stick. I think so far, from everything I've seen about 27 gameplay, I'm happy to see it. I think that a lot of the gameplay changes are good changes. So, I think the dunking does seem a little overpowered to start, but you kind of have to leave it that way if you're gonna make shooting more difficult to get open. If you're gonna make shooting take more skill, you gotta at least let people be able to dunk. Because if they can't score either way, they're just less inclined to play in general. You gotta give them something. Miles build on the way. Oh my lord, yo! I ain't gonna hold you. I'm about to cut this shit off because I don't feel like playing this. I'm about to go to Marvel Rivals. Like, I'm trying to play this shit. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Oh, you know what? Fuck word. Fuck this. Kingdom Hearts. Fuck this. I'm out. I'm not playing this shit. Like, yo. Like, word. Fuck this shit. We back on Kingdom Hearts. Hey, fuck this. OD. Like, I'm not playing this shit. Like, yo, I'm not playing this shit. We got 45 minutes. We'll see if some people drop some footage at midnight. Like, I'm sitting here playing 2K. I'm like, man, I don't feel like playing this shit. I don't feel like playing this shit. All right, where the fuck am I? Where am I going right now? All right. Wait, no, I think, was I going in here? Yeah, right. I got the save right when I got here. Facts. There we go. I'm about to say, I'm supposed to go in here. Oh, yeah, you said that before. What the fuck is what button is a lock button? Because I was trying to do that shit the other day. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm locking on this shit.
What do you think, guys? This place is even creepier than I remember.
Well, they do say that this mansion is haunted.
Hey there! Thanks for the heart attack!
Oh, what? Did I scare you?
Our bad.
So how did it go? Did you get any leads?
Nope, afraid not. The asking around thing was a total bust.
Yep. This old mansion is our last hope.
You guys ready?
Another Twilight Town awaits. Yeah.
Damn, and the Call of Duty beta
Here we
starts
go.
tomorrow too, man. I really want to play that COD beta. I ain't gonna lie.
Sea salt ice
I
cream,
really want to
right?
play that COD beta, bro.
Okay, I'm in. Let's
Like,
get
I'm-
the transporter working.
It's like, do I want to wait? I feel like I want to play it this weekend because next weekend I know I'm
Oh,
playing
man.
2K.
The transporter's been protected. Protected from what? I guess from us? We can't use it to get to the other Twilight Town.
Why not? It worked before. We sent Sora there.
Well,
R1
that was
eye.
then, and this is now.
And there's no other way?
None that I know. Great. Huh?
Hello, Sora. You wouldn't happen to be in front of a computer.
Huh? Well, yeah, but how'd you know that?
I was tinkering.
He said I
with
had to get on
Ansom's
myself. Yeah, because I
computer,
was like, yo, what?
you know, to decrypt the
I could
code
not
that
figure
was
that
left
shit
in
out.
it, and I noticed that someone had logged in from another terminal. I figured it might be you.
Oh, yeah, the log terminal.
You don't know any shit.
Oh, and what? You do?
I know I haven't got a clue.
Then, who was it that logged in?
Oh, hi there. This is Pence. I'm the one who logged into the computer.
Good. As long as it's a user that we know we can trust.
Yup. But I'm kind of stuck here.
I swear, bro.
One of the programs is protected, so...
This script is
I can't
so
run it.
bad.
Which program?
The transporter
It's
to
just
the
the
other
way it's the
Twilight
that's the
Town.
line delivery and
It's the only way
everything,
to
bro.
find
It's so
Roxas.
bad.
You gotta help us. Another Twilight Town? And a
Like
transporter?
if the line delivery is gonna
Okay.
be this bad,
A
y'all
virtual
motherfuckers
town
could have
inside
did
the
this shit like
computer
Final
made of
Fantasy
data.
and just put the words in a
Data
fucking
scale,
text bubble.
Fellas.
Like it's so bad.
We've seen one. That's what we used once to investigate Jiminy's journal.
Maybe I can do something. Pence, let's get a network set up. My address here is... Okay, sharing is enabled.
Huh? Were you able to fix it?
Now that our two computers have been successfully networked together, I can take control of the terminal there and change the privileges.
And Roxas?
Yes. For the virtual world to be completely realized, Ansem the Wise would have included Roxas's full data in the construction, meaning somewhere on your machine there's a log of that data that... Basically, we can decipher Ansem's code more quickly, and we can analyze the virtual Twilight Town while we're at it.
Okay, great. I can't computer, so do that.
Glad you're following along. Don't worry, we'll handle it. Chip and Dale will be helping me out here on this end. I'll call you back as soon as we know anything more.
Thanks.
Oh, before I forget, a bit of troubling news. It's about one of the organization's former members. You knew him as Vexen. But to us, he was Ansem's apprentice, Evan. He was recompleted like the rest of us, but hadn't regained consciousness yet. Then, sometime after Lee left, Evan vanished. Alias and Dylan, the two you knew as Lexius and Zaldin, they went out looking for him, but he's just gone. And I'm starting to worry.
Oh? You think he's on their side?
I think it's a real possibility. He's a devious researcher. You should be careful.
All right. Thanks. Oh no! We got work! I totally forgot!
Really? But what about all this?
Hey, both are important. We're gonna need some cash to go to the beach. Also, don't forget the pretzels. Gotta buy 4 now.
Oh, I get it.
He's thinking ahead.
Later, Sora.
Yeah. See ya, Hayner.
Bye, Donald. Goofy.
Goodbye!
Oh, and since I'm manning the
So
computer,
apparently,
you guys are in charge of earning my share.
apparently
No
people
pretzel
are people are really worried about carrying that red plate to 2K27. People talking about making new accounts, fucking deleting builds, all kinds of shit. I'm like, y'all niggas is bugging, bro. Just play, my nigga. Like, I was annoyed when I heard that as well. That's a whole fact. But it's like, yo, bro, if it is what it is, my nigga, who cares?
So,
Like, let's just move the fuck on. He said they weren't real red plates. I'm like, yo, bro, it just is what it is, big dog.
bring Roxas back?
And plus, I'm not a person. I don't immediately hop online anyway. I take my time in my career, bro. I work on my shot. I get my build together. I learn the game. Like, I earn my VC. Like, I don't rush to go online. Like, I usually don't go online until like maybe day 2, day 3. Usually like day 3 usually, because usually the amount of time I put into my career, by day 3 I'm usually in like the 90s for overall, like almost 99.
Twilight Town, right?
So like that's just the way I do it.
Do you even realize?
Like, I have no rush.
Saying? The other Twilight Town is just data.
A heart can live anywhere, even inside data. There are hearts all around us.
Good Lord.
Ansem and Xemnas used to be part of the same person, right? But look, now they exist separately just fine. If they can do it, then I don't see any reason why you and Roxas can't find a way.
Oh, yeah!
You tell him, Captain Goofy!
In that case, by all means. Nothing would please us more than Roxas's return, of course.
You wish? He'll never answer to you again.
Still so blind. A nobody is what's left behind when one gives his heart to darkness. There is only one way to bring Roxas back, which is for you to give your heart up as well. Sora, have you finally decided to call upon the darkness?
What?
Go on then. The shadows are never out of reach. Now, set your heart free.
Wait! Sora! It's not darkness. Not if it helps him. Try this. Here we go.
I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing to this one. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, now I get it. You tap it, blue is locked on. All right, got you. I ain't gonna hold you. Them using moves from I mean the moves that are like basically rides at Disney is fucking fire. That shit is dope. Cause like I remember seeing all these rides as a kid. So when you activate it the first time, keep mashing and you get the combo. Oh, okay.
Herc said, with all my heart. Okay, then all my heart it is. I'm getting Roxas out. Are you with me? Donald? Goofy?
Why can you get a counter? All right.
You betcha! I don't know what Ansem and Xemnas want, but I think we better tell the others to watch out.
Okay then, let's head back to town.
I just think the line deliveries are just so bad. Yeah, this shield is fucking sick. Now we locking on. Let's get it.
Hey, I think that's a lucky emblem.
I bet you there's a lucky emblem here.
What the fuck is a lucky emblem? Fishing? I'll take a picture of it? How the hell am I supposed to take pictures again? Alright, this is too much. Like, the fuck am I taking a picture? Damn it. How the fuck I pull up the damn phone? There with your gummy phone keypad. Oh, am I supposed to use a touchpad? Damn it. Hold on, I gotta switch this shit. Oh boy. And now I gotta switch back to the damn PlayStation controller.
see. Nice.
There we go. Oh, AP boost. All right, there we go.
Nice picture, Sora.
All right. I had to switch back to a PlayStation controller because I don't, I don't fucking use them. I can give you items, and if you collect all of them, you don't have to. All right, no, I figured. I ain't gonna lie, I do feel like this game is a little too many cutscenes. Cause like you go to this place, cutscene for like another 5 minutes. Go to this place, another cutscene. This place, cutscene. Like it's a little too many cutscenes.
Right. But Uncle Scrooge here is what you might call a world traveler.
Cool. How are you, Uncle Scrooge?
Oh, hello, Sora. You're looking hale and hearty. I heard you were on another grand adventure with these two. I hope Donald isn't making a menace of himself.
Why did you have to say that? So, Uncle Scrooge, what's that you were saying about a chef?
Oh, right. The chef of me bistro here wanted to show you his appreciation. So, he baked this for you.
What is it?
Wow!
Cake! The whole cake? It's for us? Huh?
Now, settle down. The chef wants you to know it's not a cake, but a tart of fruit.
He does?
Why keep it under my hat? May I introduce Little Chef?
Oh, it's you!
Uncle Scrooge, you opened the bistro in Twilight Town.
Aye. It all started a little while ago when I was enjoying.
He said you're still at the very beginning. Okay.
And when I asked to speak to the chef, I met this wee genius. As it turns out, he wanted to expand his culinary horizons. So I thought, that's an opportunity.
Cause I'm used to like, I guess like games now where like they'll do a long cutscene leading up into the game, but then you're playing for a good chunk of the game before you get another cutscene. Like Pragmata, 007, things like that.
That'll be fun. Kind of like a scavenger hunt.
And the more the better. The mark of a truly great chef is creating masterpieces out
I wish I was streaming when I played Pragmata. I loved Pragmata.
We'll do anything to try more of Little Chef's food.
That tart sure did look scrumptiously delicious.
Okay, the ingredient hunt is on.
Because I want to. All right, let's go. Select the ingredients.
We can't leave. Little Chef still needs our help.
Little Chef needs more ingredients. We better keep an eye out.
hope we find some ingredients around here.
Nice moves!
Okay. That came out of nowhere.
We can't leave. Little Chef still needs our help.
I feel you on the cheesy dialogue. Guess over time I got used to it. That's a fact. Because I guess like now you're seeing it because I'm playing it and you're like, yeah, this shit is shit's OD. Shit's OD. Oh, that counted as, oh, I didn't even know that. Dang, I'm just stealing niggas' Chinese food? That's crazy. Just stealing Chinese food. I hit that one already.
Just imagine the yummy stuff little Chef will whip up with this.
Because of Disney violence, these type of, that's a, I mean, that's true. But I guess you probably right, because I don't feel like the other Kingdom Hearts was this cheesy, but also I didn't play them shit since I was a kid, so that does make sense. Because that means that shit was probably cheesy. It's like I'm not remembering because it's like, oh, I was a kid. Man, where the rest of this shit at? All right, damn, now I gotta find one more. Where the hell is this last John? Made Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. But I'm like, the Final Fantasy, that was definitely not childish at all. I fucking love Final Fantasy VII Remake. I can't wait for the last one. There we go. Like, I can't wait for that next Final Fantasy Remake, boy. I fucking love the first two.
Hey, guys! Huh? Hayner, Olette.
Hey, boss. Done with the posters.
Hey, good work, kids. You guys work for Uncle Scrooge here at the bistro?
Do we?
He gave us a short job putting up these special posters. Mr. McDuck's hosting an open-air film festival in the courtyard. Cool, huh? Oh, Sora. Hold your phone up to the poster.
Okay.
There, you've just downloaded a promo game for the film. You can try it later.
You did this, Uncle Scrooge?
Of course, laddie.
Never played any of them except Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yeah, well, obviously I played the original one, the original Final Fantasy VII. I played and beat Remake, and I played and beat Rebirth. Like Remake was fire, Rebirth was fucking amazing. Because basically they literally just improved on Final Fantasy VII Remake and just made it much bigger. Like Rebirth was fucking fire.
Oh yeah, I'm no business guy, but I sure wouldn't want to be one of Uncle Scrooge's competitors.
Seriously.
Oh, right. I need to warn you guys.
Why?
Well, those creepy crawly things might come back for more. So stay on your toes.
Sure. But don't we have you guys to take care of them for us?
You have to leave again?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll definitely be back.
When you gonna slow down?
Sorry. Just do me a favor.
Well, what is it? Don't make it too tough.
I know how Roxas feels to be lost. But Donald and Goofy, Kairi, brought me back by wishing with all their hearts. So, I was hoping the three of you would do the same and wish for Roxas.
What? That's it? That's no favor. We'll all wish. I'm wishing.
Yeah. Me and Pence too.
Thanks.
Aren't you making it a little too obvious?
We were instructed to guide him.
Yes. Just look at them. They wouldn't get far if we did not spell it out. Huh. Fair enough. But let's not forget how many times Sora still managed to rain on our parade.
If he wavers from the path we lay, we destroy him.
But in that case, we'll have to find ourselves another vessel.
That is why we never have just one iron in the fire.
I'm still going crazy to this day. Oh yeah. He won the didn't he just win, what was that, damn, I was just watching that tournament with the Marvel Tokon tournament. Didn't he win that one?
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
That's the finals yet. Because I'm thinking, I know it was, I forgot, I don't remember if he won or not. I know it was him and somebody else that was in the finals.
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, so how the hell I leave again? It's just telling me. All right, let's save first. Yep. Yep.
I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye. Did Master Yensid tell you? I'm training to become a Keyblade wielder like you. That's right. No more waiting for you to come back from your adventures. I want to get out there and do my part to help. Merlin has used his magic to bring us to a place where time doesn't matter. We can take as long as we need to complete our training. He's an amazing wizard. Oh, and by us, I mean me and Lee. He's really sorry for all the trouble he caused. I told him it's fine, but he won't stop apologizing. I'll admit I was a little scared of him at first, but I've gotten to know him better. All he ever wanted was to help his friend. Honestly, it's hard not to like him. Every now and then, I catch him staring at me. When I ask what's wrong, he says, "I'm not sure. I think I'm forgetting something. Don't know what." Sora, may have something to do with you.
Yeah.
Your
Download
journey
2K.
is all about
Yo,
you.
I'm trying to. I'm hoping that it's midnight. I honestly don't know.
And some like Lee.
Like, I'm hoping it's midnight because it don't say none on their website. Oh, it's 11 a.m. tomorrow? Oh, fuck. All right, whatever.
It won't be easy. But I hope you'll remain the happy and cheerful Sora I know. There's no heart your smile can't reach.
Yeah, I'm waiting for midnight to see if any of the content creators put up the new footage for the My Player and stuff.
Lee.
So I'm seeing if anybody goes live on midnight.
I am. A letter?
Yep.
To Sora?
Technically, yes. But I won't send it. It's more for me.
Who is your favorite content creator? You talking about for 2K?
Yeah.
I think they're going to do it at 10 a.m. and build the app at 11. Oh, okay.
Sora. Even if it's on paper.
Okay.
2K. I think who's my favorite?
Ice cream?
I'll say the content creator that, well, truthfully, I don't watch any 2K content creator streams. That I don't do. I just don't think they're very interesting. The YouTube videos, yes. I would say Brute is the one I watch the most. I watch Brute's 2K videos more, 2K YouTube videos more than anybody else. I would say second would probably be like Joe Knows, and then All City. But I don't really watch any of them stream, to be honest. Actually, sorry. There's one content creator, 2K content creator that I actually do watch live stream from time to time, and that's Sid67. And that's because he's like one of the best point guards. So I usually watch him because I'm trying to like, if I'm trying to like get better at playing point guard, I watch Sid play.
Don't hold back, Lee. Promise? Huh? Are you okay? Lee.
Yeah, I don't watch they live much, but I do like the dudes too. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not a fan of watching 2K streams live. Like, it's very rare that I'll sit and watch because most of the time it's very boring. Yeah, it's just not very entertaining live streams 90% of the time.
Okay, but stop apologizing.
Like, cause it's like,
On one condition.
actually no, Bear's live stream's not too bad. His is not too bad. Cause like he talks a little bit more because most of the 2K content creators, they don't really talk to the stream much, especially once they're playing. Like, oh, D-Man was great when he was hooping, but definitely Brute, yeah. Like a lot of the 2K live streamers, like they don't really talk to the chat as it's going, as they're playing. Like they're usually just playing. It's like, nigga, I don't care to watch you play Pro-Am talk to some other niggas play Pro-Am, bro. Like, I'm just not watching that. I'm like, yo, that's what fucking killed 2K, the 2K League. It's like, bro, no one's watching that. It's not very entertaining. Cause like if you're gonna watch like 2K League, it's like, yo, bro, you're sitting here watching just people that you don't know play a build of 2K that you don't even fucking play.
Yeah. She said he was acting strange.
Strange how exactly?
She sensed darkness in him. And they ended up getting into a big fight.
Right. And in the aftermath, the two of them disappeared. Around the same time, the guards found a stranger with white hair lying unconscious here in the square. A man calling himself Xehanort.
Ansem the Wise took the stranger in, but that was a mistake. Xehanort betrayed his master, stole his research, and along with his fellow apprentices, separated his heart from his body. Xehanort's heart took his master's name, Ansem, and traveled to the past to give his younger self instructions. He even briefly had control of you. His empty body stayed in the present, took the name Xemnas, and founded Organization 13. Their goal was to prepare 13 vessels for Xehanort's heart.
Until we put an end to the organization. But all the while, young Xehanort had been visiting the future to choose 13 vessels of his own. Hearts with strong enough ties to him to begin a new organization.
See, if they had entertaining people to do commentary like in the real NBA, it would have worked.
And now
yeah.
for a fight with us.
But it's not even just the commentary. Like,
I thought you said that Aqua saved him.
Would you care to watch the NBA if it wasn't for the fact that it's players that you know? Like, yes, you're watching people play, but what gets you more attached to watching like real basketball is you being connected to the team or being connected to the players that are on the court. 2K League wasn't that way. You're watching people play that you don't fucking know, play a build that you don't. They're playing 2K, but they're playing a specific version of 2K that you don't fucking play. Like, and then you got someone that's commentating the game that you don't even fucking know either. So it's like, why the fuck would you watch this? It's not entertaining to watch. I don't have any attachment to the people playing. Like, this shit's ass. That's why 2K League died. Like, no one fucking watched that shit.
That was Terra? Master Xehanort was using Terra?
Yup. Master Xehanort told us another on our
And they tried numerous times. Like, yo, this shit's ass, bro. No one's watching this shit. Get this shit up out of here.
Aqua saved more than just her friend that day.
Okay. But Master Xehanort is an old man again
This
now.
is true. I tried and it's boring as shit. Cause like, it's not about just finding, like, if you want a league or a 2K league to run, it's not just about finding the best players. It's about finding people that people are gonna be connected and attached to. If you're gonna do a 2K league, it needs to be a content creator league. And different big content creators need to be the captains of their team. At least people will then root for their content creators that they enjoy watching. At least they'll be connected that way, and then they might get connected and watch other things. Like, yo, like no one's watching that shit. Like, bro, like no one's watching people they don't know play a game of 2K they don't even fucking own. Like, that shit is ass. Get content creators, do it that way. But the thing, you know, it's so funny. I heard because Tim the Tatman is probably like the content creator that I watch the most outside of, I would say, like stream the most outside of, like, I would say Queso. So I'm like, he said something that dawned on me, and I'm like, yo, if I was big enough, I would do this. There should be a Unk League in 2K, and I think that shit would be fucking fire, and that would actually pick up more than the 2K League, where it's like, yo, a league of people that, like, of 2K players that are over 30. Like, yeah, we know these young crack people, like, yeah, whatever, fuck them, no one cares. But to see older people actually have a intense tournament or actually, like, play 2K, that I think is interesting. Like, I think that would be fucking interesting. I'm surprised it wasn't thought of yet. Yeah, I'm like, yo, I think I ain't gonna hold you. I think a Unk League, that shit would be fire, bruh. Oh, dude, I don't even know what I just picked. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, it's like if you want a league to actually be interesting in 2K, so it makes the transition much earlier. Oh, okay. So I'm like, if you want a league for 2K to actually be interesting, bro, like you got to get content creators. And it's like they tried to like let's sometimes get that shit tips together. Okay, no problem, I guess. Oh shit, I'm sitting there looking at the fucking screen. What's good? Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Okay. It's about to enjoy your stream. All right, no problem. Oh shit, facts. Let's check YouTube. Let me pause this. Let me see YouTube real quick. See if anybody loading anything. Let's see. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, OD Echo. It was good. Shit, I need to open another program. Yeah, I'm trying to, cause I'm trying to see if anybody gonna load 2K stuff at midnight or not. Oh, I think Joe knows. Wait, did he do that? No. No, this is old. That's old.
So what?
No, I'm trying to see if anybody gonna load. Yo, wait, can y'all not hear me?
Wait for the stupid ass game to download.
Yo, can y'all not? Oh, damn sure my mic ain't going through. What the fuck?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh shit!
Let me see what it's like.
I just realized they can't even fucking hear me. I don't know why. Oh, is the mic dead? No, it shouldn't be. Yo, can y'all hear me? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I didn't know the fucking mic was dead. I didn't even know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the other mic was dead. Damn, I lost the fucking magnet. Fuck. I'll try to find it later. Yeah, my other mic was dead. I'm sitting here talking. I didn't even realize that the mic wasn't moving.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely ain't nothing.
Yeah, I'm bugging. I might gotta find another magnet now. Fuck. Yeah, because it needs that magnet to sit flush on the charger. So far I do not see anybody posting anything yet. Nope. So that means it got to be in the morning then. Yeah, that's probably it then. Yeah, because I don't see nobody posting nothing tonight. No. All right. So yeah, so nobody's posting anything tonight. So I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, when an app downloads, when an app releases, I'll see if I can get on my iPad, and then I can try to set up the stream with it, so we can go through the 2KHQ app and actually go through some builds. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Thanks for the follow, Naeem. I appreciate it.